And here we go. Welcome to another game of Agricola. Shadow is once again going to be my co-host. If you're watching live, you can once again go listen to banter from the other three players at the Great Zagini's Twitch channel. Here's my opening hand, Shadow. Bean, field, raft, manger, corn scoop, chicken coop, which I'm pretty sure is the first pick, tavern, and brushwood roof. Plowman is probably the first pick. Ock, he is accompanied by tinsmith, organic farmer, street musician, market crier, reeve, and bread seller. If you are joining the league, put in exclamation point Agricola as a command. You can go watch a quick overview of what the hell this game is that we seem to be so obsessed with playing over and over again. It's great. John was nice enough to make a intro video for us. Also, you can scroll down if you like. I've started keeping track of standings because I can't not keep track. There must be stakes. So, Shadow, I think this is Chicken Coop Plowman? Or do you want to...
Right, I would disagree. Matter of fact, I would disagree completely.
Really? What do you do with this?
Yeah. So we are...
Third?
Fourth? I can't tell.
Third.
All right, we're third. So I really like the brushwood roof for the ability to make us not care about reedstone food, or obviously passing it means that maybe Fast Eddie Fear takes it because the pack is pretty barren. But I mean, so if we take right, then Ed takes the brushwood roof.
Is brushwood roof really that good? Like, I still need resources. I no longer need reed, but I still have to go get wood, which, granted, is easier than reed. But I also have to play 2 ox and get this down.
Well, sure. I actually take that in reeve.
Reeve is the one where there's 3 bonus points for most ox.
Yeah, sure. Don't care. I want 4 wood. I want 4 wood, and I want to make towards that particular card. So that is the direction that I'm considering. Like plowman. So what's going to happen is I imagine the skill level of your opponents are not necessarily the best. There's a large chance that Ed is going to pick up both Market Crier and Corn Scoop with his next pick.
Sure.
Which means plowman should be fine, right? Like you should get 2 free grain this game. So perhaps plowman kind of sets you up to kind of take advantage of that. Or we can just plow and not worry about it. Reeve, on the other hand, gives us 4 wood. We see a lot of really bad occupations here, which means I'm not against the thought that we're going to get some better ones coming to us. So I am like, my line here to start is brushwood roof and reeve. The other line is the plowman and the plowmaker.
Plowman.
It could be plowmaker corn scoop, but we don't need corn scoop, right? Plowmaker chicken coop. And that's the direction you wanted to go, so feel free to go that way.
Yeah, I feel like if I'm going to give myself credit for this, I'm going to make my first pick. I mean, you've talked me into yours being plausible, but I think Chicken Coop's really good. I think Plowman's pretty good, and I've had trouble playing him, so I kind of want more practice.
Sure. I imagine John is going to get brushwood roof and reeve.
And be very happy with his third pick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I imagine Ed might take the Market Crier and Corn Scoop.
All right.
Or Market Crier Beanfield. Like, he might go either way.
Yeah. All right, pack 2. Spices, Goose Pond, Shepherd's Crook, Cooking Corner.
Goose Pond. If only we took reeve.
Yeah. And Granary. Granary is pretty good, although Market Crier makes it less good. Gardener, Social Climber is amazing. Shepherd, Lord of
Which cooking is that?
The corner turned hearth into 3-point better hearth.
So this pack just rewarded whoever takes our Market Crier from the last pack, right? Because they can have both Gardener and the cooking corner, and then wheel spices.
Yeah. Am I not taking the cooking corner? I'm taking Social Climber, right?
You're certainly taking Social Climber.
And then it's either Granary, but I don't like Granary when there's a Market Crier that I'm with you. I think Ed's likely to play it. So then what? It could be Cooking Corner. It could be Crook. It could be Goose Pond. I mean, I have 2 ox, both of which are great. I'm likely to get a third. Isn't it Goose Pond?
Well, and you took Plowman, which you have to get out early, so you don't have to get this guy out as early.
But
So it's up to you.
What do you take here?
Well, I've already taken different things than you. So let's say I made the mistake that you did and took what you took. I would next probably take the cooking corner to not let the guy that has the market crier run away with things. And the social climber.
Okay.
But Goose Pond is also equally good. Like, now that I have, because ultimately you don't want to pass Goose Pond to the guy that has Reeve.
Yeah.
And Goose Pond is probably better for you overall than the cooking corner will be. So again, we hope it's Ed. We let Ed have his cooking corner, and you take Goose Pond.
What if you'd made your first pick?
If we make my first pick, I definitely pick up Goose Pond. And then it is going to be Social Climber. It'd be Social Climber, Goose Pond.
So it's the same pick either way.
Yep.
And
Chieftain is actively bad. Like, unless we get rooms that are ridiculously cheaper, Chieftain is often just a Chieftain's daughter that you have to pay 2 food for.
Agreed.
All right, they're still picking. I'll be right back.
I feel pretty good about the quality of the cards I've got. I mean, Plowman's good. Social Climber's great. I have 2 different miners, which, like, my favorite miner is one that gives me food and points, which is what both of these do. I mean, Chicken Coop can be my early food if I can come up with that spare reed. Yeah, I mean, early Chicken Coops just makes everything else so much easier. And then Goose Pond I can get to probably before the second harvest, potentially. I mean, it's Agricola, right? So best laid plans always fall apart, but... So it looks like John and Ed are still picking. Down to just Ed.
Or you have to hit.
What's that?
You may have to hit refresh.
Yeah, I did.
You might have to hit refresh. Okay.
I'm going to hit the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Sure. All right, so what the Ox do. So occupations modify the game in permanent and awesome ways. So his current occupations, his first one said plow 3 fields, which is an equivalent of like 6 points. His second occupation said, and most of these don't give you as much stuff as that one. And the second one said, if you renovate, which means upgrade your house, you'll get free stone, and you get to renovate up to twice. And if you're first to do it, you get a bunch of stone. And consider each stone to be worth about a point each. The max it can give you is 6 stone, so it actually maxes out at roughly 6 points for that card.
What'd you say?
Oh man, these cards. Look at these cards, Randy.
Whoa, these all look good.
Yep, I still wish I first picked my first pick over yours. Jesus.
I think it's Reed Collector. Especially given that I have the Chicken Coop. And then it's Stone Cart. Yeah, Reeve would be pretty good in this hand. Not gonna lie, Reeve would be great in this hand. What's your pick?
Like I said, they have all good occupations. I mean, the fact you're getting Reed Collector third, man.
Yeah. Is it Reed Collector Stone Cart?
That's what I take.
That's what you take in all worlds? You just wish you had
in all worlds.
You just wish you had a Reeve instead of a Plowman and a what would you have instead of a Chicken Coop?
I have Brushwood Roof.
Ah. I'm happier with Chicken Coop now that I have Reed Collector third.
No, I agree. No, Reed Collector makes yours better, but I still don't take Wood Collector. Even if I have Brushwood Roof, I don't take Wood Collector. I just take that, and then I immediately grab a BMW, knowing that I don't need the Reed for anything else.
Sure.
Because I have a Brushwood Roof.
This draft feels great. I guess I'm hoping I can play turn 1 Reed Collector. Like, surely one of those guys is going to read Stone Food.
Well, less likely because you passed Brushwood Roof. So
whatever. If I
we'll
get
see how it goes.
Reed Stone Food to start the game, I'm also okay with that. Although I think I'd rather play Reed Collector, given Stone Cart plus Goose Pond. Yeah, I mean, all three of my miners want me to play Reed Collector ASAP. Although Chicken Coop will content itself with a Reed Stone Food.
If we're playing the drafting game, even though you got lucky and got that, whoever picks up the Market Crier, either if they pick it up second or third, they should win this game.
Okay.
They should. Because the cards have really rewarded that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if one person got it all. This hand would be great. I would tag into any draft with this start.
All right, so we have a question from the audience, and that's exciting. What are the best 4-wood ox to play at First Harvest? So my answer is all of them except for Constable. I never want to play Constable early. I want to draft it as early as possible and surprise people with it in round 14. But I do not care that I might be giving other people 3 points when I play one of those things. If I'm playing a 4-wood ox, I'm playing it for two reasons. One, wood is amazing. And two, I have cards in my hand that require me to have occupations in play in order to make sure that they can come out early. It's why Reeve might be the best one, because the Reeve also gives you an incentive to get to more guys, and ultimately you probably wanted to get to more guys anyway because you drafted that way.
So Market Woman's better than Academic, right? Even with both two miners that want Ox and a Reeve in the world?
Oh man, and that is the thing that's feed pellets, right? That feeds veggies.
Yeah. You may trade veggies for animals.
Yep. Someone's gonna have a good day.
So Market Woman is better than Academic, right? Even with a Reeve in the world?
Do you have the Reeve?
No.
Market Woman's better. She has a great middle game occupation. So one of the things that I try to get into people's heads is that I want an early or two occupation, and then I want like one mid game occupation, one late game occupation. Market Woman fits really well in the mid game occupation. The Academic is an early game occupation, and you've got enough of those.
Yeah.
Enough of those.
Yeah,
so Academic's just no good. Plus, you don't have anything that triggers it other than the Stone Cart.
Well, Goose Pond. Stone Cart, Goose Pond.
Right, but Goose Pond, whatever, you're going to get there anyway. Dav Prof. So we have someone in the audience who says that they watched it last week, bought it, and played with some Magic friends and ended up being fun. That's awesome. Had you played it or seen it before, or was your first exposure to it?
By the way, Stonehouse extension over Outhouse, right?
I will let you make that decision, and I'll talk about it after.
I've made my decision. You wanted me to kill the feed pellets?
No, dear God, I wanted you to take Stonehut extension. You have a Stone Cart. You need something to do with that.
By the way, Market Crier and Corn Scoop both came back.
Oh, well, it's time for us to start taking it.
Yeah.
Now, Tinsmith is really good. He's like a food engine unto himself. However, we know that things have been devalued now, so let's go ahead and grab those things. Now, you have Market Woman and him, so you're more likely to play her than him. But like, if we get Cooking Corner and the stupid field back, then everything is changing.
Agreed. Yeah, I don't think I'm playing Market Crier right now because I want to play Reed Collector early. And I'd rather get
right, and I don't think you're playing. You're not even playing Corn Scoop because you're going to play Market Woman.
Yep. Agreed.
But Market Woman's going to fill up your fields that you're going to get automatically with Plowman. So.
Yep. Now do I win the draft game? Now that nobody has the Nutso Market Crier combo hand?
Yeah. No, mistakes have been made. Like, especially because Gardner was, like, in the next pack.
Are they
It was
even
like Gardner
mistakes?
Cookie Corner. I feel like mistakes were made. Your pack was not good enough for Market Crier not to get picked. The thing is that Market Crier has this kind of bathtub curve to it, right? Like when you're really bad, you think it's good, you just take it because look at all the stuff I get, right? And then you
But it
get
helps
better.
everybody
It gets
else.
worse and worse and worse. Right. It gets worse and worse and worse as you get better. However, as you start getting even better than that, Market Crier's better again. Like it actually becomes like Daniel will play it just all the time, and it powers him up a ton. And occasionally he does give things to other people, but he tries to do it in a way where they're not getting what he's getting. And they're certainly not ever getting as much as he's getting for it. So you just have to make sure that you take full advantage of it. So it goes from oh wow, look at all the stuff I get, to a very niche finesse play.
Why is the granary still in this pack?
Was that pack that good?
No?
I don't remember it being that.
There's a shepherd's crook and a granary. I think I take the granary because it's better, even though I don't think I'm going to play it. I mean, I could take shepherd's crook.
Yeah, and you might. No, I don't like shepherd's crook.
Okay. And then brushmaker's better than shepherd, right? Although I'm then giving shepherd's crook as a combo.
Good. Run with it, Ed. Run it.
You want Ed to go that way? Funny.
We'll get it last pick. We'll see what happens.
All right,
It'll entertain me.
We got Wooden Crane last, along with Clay Delivery Man.
Clay Delivery Man's another nice, slightly early, more mid-game kind of guy.
Yeah.
Probably not getting played. But your hand looks pretty good.
Yeah. I'm happy.
Like, I mean, Granary still might get played. I really like that card. It's still really good. You're going to have a lot of early stones, so you should be able to pick up either a clay oven or a stone oven. You're the only person that looks like you're going that route. Obviously, was Corn Scoop taken, or do you have it?
I have it. I have the corn.
I don't even understand what's happening.
I have the corn scoop and the market crier and the granary and the market woman. All the grain belong to me.
Yep.
Except for the magician grain that John now has.
Someone has street musician.
Well,
and that was John.
No, magician. John has magician.
Oh, he's got magician. Oh, well, there's a musician too, which just got better.
Yes.
So magician actually makes market crier better. Because he's already going to get green, so what do you care? You just want to beat him to the clay oven if you can.
Okay. Interesting. Well, we'll find out if Ed's going to play an Ock or Reedstone Food.
Yeah, not saying we're even playing that guy because we have Market Woman.
Ed played an Ock, so we get Reedstone Food third. He led with Patron. So he probably has...
Oh, well, he has Reeve. He has Reeve, and he has Academic.
And he first picked Patron. Because we never saw it.
You did not pass that.
We passed a Reeve to the guy that first picked Patron. It's going to be hard to get Ox down. Not going to lie.
Yep.
So I just have to read Stone Food.
Well, you've read Stone Food, and then you pick up either 2 wood or 2 clay.
Yep. And
then you play your thing, and then you can get an Ock out that's Reed Collector. So you're fine.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah.
And then we try to get the next occupation out, which is Plowman, before round 5.
Yeah, so...
I mean, still, I feel like I'm winning anytime I get Reedstone Food in the 3rd slot.
Sure. Nick took the 3 wood, of course. God, if they go 2 wood, 2 clay, I'm so sad. Like, I want either 2 wood or 2 clay so that I can drop Chicken Coop as a start player action in round 2. But they could go... Bing, bing.
I'm also plenty fine with you taking Plow a Field because you're gonna be going that line this game. You're definitely gonna max fields and you're gonna max grain and veggies. And starting now when there's shit all to do is completely fine.
All right.
Like it gives you a nice head start. Like it's either Plow a Field or it's either Plow a Field or Day Labor, right? Like we don't have anything free.
Yeah. Could be, I don't know, 1 read's pretty bad. Oh, Aquawise, I don't think I can play anything. I have no miners I can play as a start player action. And Plow's
Right.
got to be better than Naked Start Player. I don't even remember having. I guess there was like I could have like second picked Helpful Neighbors or something. Nice quarry.
Yeah, assembling quarry in your first game of Agricola is pretty good. Did you guys do crazy drafting, or did you just deal out 7?
The Agricola app is good. The Agricola app for iPad. You should not feel bad about just dropping 5 pounds on it. It's very good.
If the only thing you do with the app is play the solo challenge game, it's already worth it.
And like the AI is plenty good enough to learn the game. Like the AI is not good enough to challenge Shadow or even me, but I play the solo series. Just it's a weird, cool little challenge, and the UI is all very well done. Like the app is done well.
All right, so what did John do? He hasn't done anything yet?
John took 2 wood, Ed took 2 clay. We do not get turn 2 chicken coop. So I have to plow.
So it's either day labor or plow. Like those are your options, and plow is perfectly fine.
I mean, I'm on 4 food, and I could still easily wind up playing chicken coop.
Right.
I mean, that just makes me think plow is better.
Sure.
Damn it. That was chicken coop line felt so good.
Well, if you really wanted chicken coop, you would have taken wood to start and then read.
Well, you know what I mean.
I know.
It's all contextual.
Sure. And then Nick takes start player, moving occupation even further away from you. I mean, if he doesn't, then John probably starts with Reedstone food, and then you get to pay a food for your reed collector.
I mean, we'll see. Maybe I'll get 2 reed. No, I would Reedstone food over 2 reed.
You would Reedstone food over 2 reed every single time. Nick plowed. That can't even be possible.
I plowed.
That's what he did.
I plowed.
Oh, start player plow. Maybe start player plow? Hit refresh.
He start player fish trapped. Violence is Violence just typoed in the chat.
Sure.
Yeah, he went start player fish trap. Moving the ox square even farther away from me, like you said. And then took 2 reed to go with his fish trap.
Okay. Feel like John still might want to Reedstone food here, and then Ed will play Reeve.
John played an Ock.
Oh, well.
Charcoal burner. His first 2... Ed took patron over either magician or charcoal burner. Because we didn't see either one of those. Magician charcoal burner seems pretty sweet.
Yep.
I don't know which one of those he got second. Ed knows about charcoal burner. He must have first picked charcoal burner, and Ed took patron over magician. Magician is kind of subtle. He doesn't look insane.
Nope.
Still can't get a knock. Ed played the woodcutter.
Sure.
So
well, you get to get the wood, then you get to start player, so that's fine. Or the clay, right? Oh no, someone took 2 clay, so you take Shadow? 3 wood.
Reedstone food?
What's up?
Don't I Reedstone food?
Reedstone food is certainly good enough. Yes, you Reedstone food.
Like,
because you will get a 2 resource spot with your second action pretty easily.
The only reason I take 3 wood, I could 3 wood into start player chicken coop, but Reedstone food seems better than that.
Yep.
Right?
Reedstone food's great. Yeah, I just assumed it wasn't there because we're on pick 4.
Right. That's why I was like, Shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick wanted the two reed instead of the first Reedstone food, especially since he's got a fish trap. I guess fish trap triggers off both, doesn't it?
Fish trap triggers off both, and a lot of people think that getting to 2 reeds is more important. I think the extra food is more important. I think if I have the other one, if I've got the landing net, I want 2 reed. But if I have fish trap, I go Reedstone food.
Nick took the 3 wood.
Oh, the thing is that John is going to last pick traveling players here.
That's exactly what he did, triggering his magician to get a
which
grain and
then gets
food.
him back up to 4 food and a grain. Yeah, so he could easily afford the occupation there. And maybe Ed considers start player, but probably not, because what did Ed play for his second occupation?
Woodcutter. He can take a 2 wood square for 3 wood.
That he should have picked Reeve? Like, he should have played Reeve. Oh, yeah, we don't know what he second picked.
We're assuming he has Reeve, given that he apparently first picked a patron.
Right. Yeah, which, I mean, I guess Woodcutter, okay, it's +1 wood, but Woodcutter's really only good if you've got more actions.
I'm going to once again be annoyed that I can't start player here. I'm going to be going last instead of first. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, ugh. Was I supposed to 3 wood over Reedstone food? That's crazy. Might be true, though. Like,
Yeah, but you actually don't need Reed Collector yet, so, like, Reed Collector's not even on the team yet, right? Like,
I'm just saying
what's on the team
coop.
right
3 wood into chicken coop
Bro,
just sounds better to me than Reedstone food plus 2 wood.
Sure.
Or do I take 2 clay and angle for fireplace? Like the actions that have flipped are sheep and sheep and major. So if I take 2 clay, I can get the first fireplace with sheep, unless Ed.
Oh, you can?
Well, it depends whether I can pressure Ed.
You can pressure Ed, and 2 clay is not 3 clay.
But it chicken coops.
It does chicken coop.
I think I totally take 2 clay here. Either I get a fireplace or I get a chicken coop, and either play is fine. If I take 2 wood, then I can only chicken coop or house with it, and I think being able to fireplace.
Yeah, so here's a funny story. By taking 2 clay, you'll get to play an occupation.
Yeah, exactly.
Most likely.
Or I'll get a fireplace.
Right. Well, there's certainly ways that you get neither of those. But sure, 2 clay is fine.
It's yet another one of these games where I'm taking Reedstone food, not getting to drop occupations, and Plowman is just in my hand laughing at me.
Well, you don't need him till round 4.
So which one's laughing at me?
It's the stone cart. The stone cart's laughing at you.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is the stone cart. Needs 2 ox. Nick took the 4 wood square that I left behind. John took the 3 wood square. So Ed has to build fireplace, or I can. If Ed builds fireplace, I get a free ock. Which I assume has got to be better than Reedstone food, now that I've Reedstone fooded twice. Right? Yeah, we said this at the beginning. Reed Collector was just better than Reedstone food at the very beginning.
Mm-hmm. It actually lets us go for a super early BMW.
You would Reed Collector, not Plowman, right?
I mean, I read Collector because I plan on using one of my read
On the chicken coop, yeah.
to play my start player.
Yeah, yeah.
And my chicken coop is the food I need to play Plowman next round.
Sounds good. I agree with all of that. Now, let's say Ed doesn't build the fireplace. Do you?
I hate fireplace. You know that. I try never to feed with animals. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much.
First fireplace.
You always have the
first fireplace when sheep flips first, though.
Has value, yes. And I'm sure they're all talking him into it because they don't want you to get first fireplace. I'm sure that's what's happening on that stream.
Sure.
Don't forget to hit refresh occasionally when it's taking a while. Ed doesn't look happy about what he's doing.
He took the fireplace.
He did?
He
Okay,
begrudgingly
good.
took fireplace.
Yeah. They convinced him to take your things.
Right.
The things that we did not want.
Well, I mean, I wanted to pressure it so that I could get Reed Collector into Chicken Coop.
That's fair. Nick's going to really like his wheel of Reedstone food here.
Not bad.
I believe that game, Violence, is Power Grid the early years. I forget the name of the game. Oh, he can't listen to the stream, so he doesn't know that I'm talking about it.
He's listening to their stream.
There's like caveman Power Grid that your fireplace lets you not route your food, which is really good.
John also has a house goat, by the way. We are not playing the Chicken Coop this turn because house goat just came down.
Okay, that's fine.
The question is, do we get the Ox Square? Like, I'm totally fine with all this if I get to now play an Ox. If Ed takes the second Ox Square, though, then I'm annoyed. And he kind of should, right? Isn't it time to play Reeve for him?
It's free for him to play.
Then what do? There's nothing left.
No, we need wood. Oh, there's not
no
wood.
wood.
We take clay so that we can be first to the oven game. But man, if we had Reeve, that would solve some problems.
Well, in this hypothetical, there's no Ox Square, but yeah, I agree. I mean, Plowman's going to be plenty good here if this Ox Square floats.
As long as it floats this round or next round, yes.
That's true.
But Nick has taken a ton of wood, so does Nick have the brushwood roof? No, because he has all the reed. John probably has brushwood roof.
Well, neither he nor Ed has reed.
Right. Yeah, but Ed might not be taking it because he's bad at Agricola still. Farmers of the Moor.
God.
It makes the game longer. It fixes the fourth seat problem, but it makes the game longer.
He played
it's fun.
Academic. He took
he's
the
getting ready
Square.
for Quarry. Yeah.
That's either Quarry or Animal
He's
Pen.
getting ready for Animal Pen.
He did not play a Reeve there. So now...
Well, now Reeve is dead.
My life
Somebody else's
sucks.
Reeve is...
I take 3 clay? Are you serious?
What else are you doing here?
Plowing a second field?
You could plow a second field. I think 3 clay is better because that sets you up to be able to get first oven.
3 food to cause chaos? It doesn't cause chaos. Everybody's feeding just fine. Sheep sweep?
Yep, Ed's actually getting up to his 4th. So I don't know what John's starting with. He probably starts... Yeah, I don't know what he's starting with. If he has the brushwood roof, he's good, and he maybe starts with 3 wood, which then lets you second pick an occupation, but you've got the food for that. So I take 3 clay. That's what I do. And I'm sad I haven't taken any wood yet.
Yep. I agree with all those things. For the record, I'm happy I don't have a Reeve. I prefer to have...
I wouldn't be. Sure. But like, we're not even going to get to play Stonecart until like 6 or 7. On the bright side, if we get 4 clay, maybe we just plan to reno as soon as possible and we play our Social Climber 2.
Yep.
Like, Ed start players with his first action is my guess, if I'm Ed. Or maybe I occupation first, but like, he's up to 4, and there's only 2 reasons to be up to 4, and both of them want to be in play right now.
Yep. He could also force sheep first.
Yeah, but he can do it second.
Probably. Yeah, there's enough good stuff on this board. John took the 3 wood, by the way.
John?
There's still no wood.
Which means John probably has the brushwood roof, and he has 2 occupations in play. So his plan is to sit on start player.
So yeah, he's ignoring reed. He's ignoring reedstone food. He's just accumulating lots of wood.
He ignored 2 reed.
Ed took the 2 reed. Confirm.
Sure.
John's on brushwood roof. So we can play an occupation. That's probably the play. I mean, I could take 4 clay. I could cause chaos by taking start player. Man, Clay Delivery Man would let me build extra rooms out of clay, wouldn't he?
He would. It really depends on whether or not we get it. Like, there we're playing for the, I hope Renovate comes early.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't think Clay's not the right answer. It's either... I don't think start player's the right answer.
I don't think we start with a start player.
I mean, I still have a couple turns to get full value out of the chicken coop. Also, if I accidentally build a food engine first, I don't have to play chicken coop.
Your food engine is BMW. You're good for a while.
So I just dropped the plowman here.
That's what I do here.
All right, 8, 11, and 14. Plowman on the table just in time. Now, my second action, 4 clay is definitely on the list, right? Because 4 clay would give me Reno clay room as an option. Well, I'm basically all in on it. I mean, there's only 2 wood. Jeez, there's so little wood in this game. I mean, there's no extra wood, and people have been prioritizing it quite highly.
Well, Ed took woodcutter, and I'm not sure he's taken much wood. Like, I think he's taken a single wood grab.
Correct.
But Nick has grabbed a ton of it, and John has certainly grabbed a ton of it. One of them's on Team Brushwood Roof. It looks like it should be John because he ignored the reed, which means you'll get more reed, which makes the BMW even better. Fast Range Workshop, obviously.
Nick took the 4 clay. John went start player Brushwood Roof.
Shocking. And then Ed is going to either take the sheep or play an occupation.
Well, he's on 3 food.
Right. So playing an occupation gives him 1. Oh, it gives him none. You already played an occupation. Right.
Yeah, patron doesn't help him here. He has to take the sheep, basically.
Yep.
Take some other food action and get greedy. And now what the hell am I doing?
I buy BMW.
Okay. I mean, Reedstone food is actually on the table as well, but...
Oh, well, then you Reedstone food. You don't need BMW yet, but you're setting up for BMW.
Well,
Reedstone food is completely fine.
Here's the thing. I'm going to be spending all my food, so I don't get to play my social climber until I accumulate some food.
Right. And either Reedstone food or BMW lets to skip that.
Got it. You make a good point. I forgot about the food I would get off Reedstone food. Ed took Reedstone food, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
So I can't play a 2 food Ock, so I just buy BMW.
Just BMW. So, like, you're not building a room next round anyway, so you're going to spend 3 reed, and you won't be able to build a room until round 6. That's about the time you'll have the resources for it anyway.
Yup.
And you have 3 food for next harvest, too.
Yep. Well, we have one of the requirements for Stone Cart now. Good news.
What's that?
Good news. We have half the requirements for Stone Cart. We have the 2 Ocks. We should do the
well, it's totally possible that if Renovate comes first, we just play Social Climber and Renovate into a well. Oh, we're still a wood shy for that. God, we're terrible at this game.
We've taken no wood at any point. Time to check in with them.
Sure. I'm going to let John give us a rundown.
All right, so
Unmuting. Muting here first, right?
Hey guys, how are things?
Pretty good.
Fun.
I feel good about my opening pack charcoal burner house coat.
Yeah, geez.
Yeah, that's a good second pick, Magician, too, sir.
Yep.
That's what you were supposed to
I
first
almost
pick, yeah.
took Magician. My opening pack was, I guess I can't say everything that was in it, because they're
Well,
not all
we
sealed.
know, but you don't have to say it out loud.
Yeah, I know the card you've played that I never saw, and Magician is better than it.
Maybe.
I wanted it for something else I was doing, but
Sure.
yeah.
No. Right. The thing is that you have 4 occupations in play, and we certainly probably didn't see a 4 occupation card. So if you saw that first, taking Patron first is totally legit.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so if I took Animal Pen, Quarry, one of those things, it's
Yes.
a bit...
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'll buy that.
Okay.
But John made it obvious that he had the brushwood roof that we had passed by skipping over the 2 reed. All right, John, give us a rundown of everybody. What do you think?
Oh, me? All right. So I think I'm in a pretty strong position. I'm going to build a room next turn, probably be second to grow. I've got Goat, I've got Charky, I've got Magician, all really good stuff for next round. Where I go from there is kind of open. Who knows? Edward is obviously setting up for some big 4-oc card, though don't know what it is. If it's Animal Pen, that's probably pretty good. He's also about to get 10 food next turn at the first round, which pretty much offsets the fact that he's going to grow third.
With his first action, because Nick just bought 2
stables. Correct.
Yep.
Hold on. Got to feed real quick. Randy, you guys are going in an interesting direction, which is removing pressure from a lot of things. So pretty fascinating with me having the brushwood roof out and you having put down reed collector. There isn't as much pressure on reed as there normally would be, which makes BMW even better for you guys because it'll be more points and more food. You guys are going a very heavy plowing strategy based on some of the cards I've seen pass through. I think that might pay off for you pretty well in the long run, but it looks like right now you're banking on renovation coming out before family grows so you can set up for that. So we'll see whether that pays off. Then finally for Nick, I think is in a very strong position. Even though he started last, he's got the room out first. He's got net, which again, since there's fish trap, and since there's little pressure on reed, that's going to make it a little bit easier for him to grab extra food. And he's got 2 stables. And after Ed sweeps sheep, Nick should be able to, in round 7, pick up a breeding pair for the rest of the game, which is nice.
Yep. How's food looking right now? How's food and food engines looking?
Food engines, well, I don't have a food engine, but I've got grain and charcoal burner, which takes some of the pressure off me, and house code. So I'm weak on that, but I've got places to go. Edward, I'm assuming, is setting up for Animal Pen, which is probably going to take him through the rest of the game very well. If he's setting up for Quarry instead, then I don't know. He definitely doesn't have a real food engine then. You and Randy...
It's just Randy, believe me. This is just Randy. I disavow Randy.
Our paths departed with my very first draft pick. I'll just say that.
Very good. So Randy, I think, is in a lot of food trouble. I mean, BMW is great, but BMW is only 3 of the 4 you need. But also you put out Plowman, and he's going to hit right after the harvests, right after the second harvest. He's going to hit right before the third harvest, and he's going to hit right between the 2 endgame harvests. So that's going to be an extra food you have to scrape up somewhere, and I don't see where your somewhere is coming from yet.
We have 3 food to harvest for the rest of the game from BMW. I think you're insane.
Yeah, I think you're insane too. My food is in great shape.
He's got BMW, and there's no pressure on Reed.
Sure, true. Okay, so
I can bottom feed and survive for a long time.
I mean, the question was, what food engine do you have? It's picking it up every turn. That's a little different after turn 6, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you say you've got reed for the rest of the game. Yeah, we'll see. Because I mean, Nick right behind you also wants to pick up reed, both for using reed and also because fish trap gives him more food.
Yep.
Nick also doesn't really have a food engine yet, so I think that's what he's going to work on next.
Has Nick not played an occupation yet? Is this true?
Nick has not played an occupation.
His food engine's going to be around 10 alms. I'm rooting for it.
That could be. That could be. He also may be looking to do some baking, since he's got everything set up for a clay oven. Don't know.
All right, guys. We'll check in next harvest. Ed, you're up for the next recap. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, okay.
All right, guys.
Cheers.
Cool.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
I'm back here.
Yeah, me too.
Well, like me doing a rundown is less useful because you actually hear what I'm thinking. So letting John run it is interesting enough.
Yeah.
All right, so we assume that Ed's going to take sheep with his first action and possibly start player with his second.
It's Reno,
which means that Reno came out?
Yeah.
So the 4 clay line might have been better. What can you do?
Wow, over Plowman? I don't know.
No. Nope. It would not have been right. Although 4 clay, then Plowman.
Maybe would have worked. I mean, I wouldn't have a BMW. I don't know. I mean, basically we needed Nick to not take the 4 clay is what we needed.
Well, yeah, but like 4 clay wasn't going to float you there. I don't know. John was definitely doing his thing. No, you're right. No. You actually only had to dodge Nick. Everyone else was already predetermined.
Yep. John leads with 4 wood. So it's so hard to get.
Because no one else can build a room. Sure.
All right. Now we got to figure out what the hell we're doing. No one else can renovate? Nick can technically renovate.
Nick, right. And Nick does not have to start player because John didn't grow a room. John was supposed to grow a room there. Like now he can grow 2 rooms, sure. But if he grew a room there, it forced Nick to take start player, which just makes his life better next round.
Can he? Isn't he 1 short of 2 rooms? Oh, 1 yeah, he needs 14.
No, Brushwood roof. Oh, Brushwood roof is not the Brushwood maker. It actually just converts it. Yeah, it's the other way.
It replaces.
Sure. Replaces. It does not say 2 becomes 1. Yep. Okay.
So I
mean, you know what to do.
What?
You know what to do here.
Social climber?
No.
No?
Are you gonna start this?
Why not? What do you want me to do?
You're gonna play Social Climber. Oh, Social Climber ran into like Goose Pond?
I don't know. Social climber ran into something. Anything.
Sure.
Oh, I can't build a well yet. I'm used to building a well there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want 3 wood so that I can Social Climber and then I can ren the next round. Like, then I take 4 clay and then I ren with my second action.
Yeah, I forgot we don't have the 1 wood for the well. Is there any thought to clay delivery man here?
There's thought to it, but I don't think you're in any danger of people taking the clay yet. So, like, I would rather take giant piles of clay, right? So I'd rather take 3 wood so that I can jockey for position and so that I can run a well.
You know what else 3 wood does? Stone cart.
It does enable stone cart.
Both well and stone cart, if that's how I want to go. Now, I take the 3 off the 1 wood because there's a decent chance I'm going to start player. Is that true?
I don't think you get to start player.
So I take the...
Because you want a social climber. You want a social climber with your next action. Oh, you're taking this on the chance that you might because of the other thing. I figure Ed wants to start player.
Yeah, all right. I'll just take the 3 one.
Ed has 4 occupations in play. right? Like, he wants to start player. That's my thought.
Yeah, we could still wind up building a room out of wood too. I mean, I'm basically at this point, I'm either a wood action or a clay action away, depending on whether it's before or after the reno. Pick up the second read next turn, obviously.
All right, your stream is lagging out for me, so I don't know what's going on right now.
Seems okay for me. I think it's on your end.
No, it's not you. Like, I just tabbed over to Nick's, and his is also spinning.
Sure. Nick played an Undergardener.
Sure.
Which means Ock now costs 2 food for us. So if it's Quarry, there's a day laborer fight brewing.
Yep. I'm still okay losing a food for that, right? You have 3 food now?
Yep.
And it still sets us up to reno well, which means we have more than enough food for round 7 and for the round 8 field. And yeah, we want to take another active field before 9 because we'd like to take grain or take grain, veg, sow by round. Like, we'd like to sow by round 9. I'd love it if grain came out by round 8, but then that requires market woman, so we got plenty of time. We might not hit any of that stuff. What's going on now?
I think it's just
Nick Gardner. What's that?
I just refreshed. It's on John. He's 1 resource short of building 2 rooms.
Is he going to skip it?
Well, I think he's in the tank. It is an odd numbered round, by the way, so I could stone cart. Immediate value. There's still chicken coop too. I just have so many things I want to do.
Well, stone cart and chicken coop are often at odds.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm set to do either. No, I guess the chicken coop is awkward. Or no, the read situation is starting to get awkward. Right, I have enough read right now for a room and a reno, but not for BMW. John took 3 wood.
Yep.
Hilarious. Yeah, John sees that Ed can't build a room and I can't build a room, so he's going to build 2 rooms.
Yep. Which means no one needs to family grow.
Well, I mean, it hasn't even flipped yet.
Well, no one needs to start player. I mean, like, Nick doesn't have to start player because he's not in any pressure yet.
Yep. Which means I could. You just want me to social climber well?
Maybe. Like, I can't see the board. Everyone's playing slow, so I'm having problems figuring out what's actually happening in my head.
Oh, this is your streams down?
And like you're not hovering over the card, so I can't constantly see your hand. Constantly seeing your hand is important to me.
I can do that more. Do you want me to see? Can you even see the stream though?
It actually looks completely frozen.
What the hell is he up to?
Did he play Reeve for the wood?
He finally played the Reeve for the wood.
All right, so he has the wood for the room, so he forces John to build his room first next round.
Yes.
But if you start player, you get a pile of clay too. However, Nick could now be on plan renovate. I don't know what he'd renovate into, but he could be on plan renovate.
Okay, so I cannot play a social climber. Square is not available. I cannot take wood. All 3 squares are gone. The squares that are gone are wood, 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 ock, and sheep.
Don't you start player stone cart and then start next round with social climber?
I can either... I think I do start player, yes. Reedstone food is available is the other... There's Reedstone food. There's 5 food. 5 food doesn't sound right. There's start.
So Reedstone food helps Nick. So if you leave it for Nick, he doesn't need to renovate. He should Reedstone food. There's also a gold bar of food sitting on fishing. Food is not an issue for people right now.
Right. But including me, I think I have other things to do.
Right.
So I can start player with either... I'm not up to Goose Pond yet, right? I'm still on 2 ox. Right, I'm still on 2 ox. I can start player with either Stone Cart or, well, Granary is the wrong answer, but Chicken Coop. No, those are my 3 options: Chicken Coop, Granary, Stone Cart.
Mm-hmm. Stone Cart feels good, and then I probably start by taking a bunch of clay next round, or I just play Social Climber and then a bunch of clay. Probably a bunch of clay, then Social Climber. I'm still not renovating yet. You're okay if Social Climber only gets you 2 stone.
I don't need the food.
All right, you figured out. No, Chicken Coop is much better early. Otherwise, it's a point late in like 3 food. You're past Chicken Coop.
All right, so I take a 5 stone action in the form of Stone Cart.
5 stone, and we're going to start next round with 4 clay, which is useful.
Done.
And if Family Growth doesn't come out until round 7, you're actually better set up than the rest of them because you have things coming to you. You could also get your first room off of Stone Hut Extension.
I saw
in a
that.
way that they would, yeah,
No one will see.
they would not be ready for.
All right, Nick plowed a field. So I have Social Climber. I can take 4 clay. You think I need to take 4 clay here, don't you?
Well, 4 clay lets you get to. Well, 4 clay slows you down, right? Like if you play Social Climber, you can just renovate into that and then renovate the very next round into the stone house with a 3rd stone room. You can use the extra stone you get to build a 4th stone room if you want.
So I play Social Climber.
If you can't play other things. I think you can play Social Climber and skip the clay, and then you get to make a decision whether or not you do it. Because we could reno well and then reno Stone Hut Extension.
Yep.
Or we reno into the Goose Pond with this, like the second one, and then we start player with that in a surprising move that they are not ready for. But really, it just depends. But I really like Social Climber.
Yeah, I've led with Social Climber. Nick's the only one who can reno to screw me up here, but it seems like I'm almost certainly playing reno with my second action.
Well, Family Growth came out. Like maybe he runs. Maybe he just takes 6 food.
Oh yeah, Family Growth. That's the game we're playing right now, isn't it? Totally forgot about that card.
Well, He doesn't have to family growth because John didn't build a room yet. So he gets whatever he wants, and Reno is not right unless he's got some really distinct plans. And if he does, that's fine. You just pick up the clay, right? Like, completely fine getting one less stone.
Yep. I am going to need some food somehow.
What do you need a food for?
Reno, I have 3 reed total. That's Reno, and stone.
Aren't you gonna Reno well?
I only have 2 food on my board.
Like, right, but you don't have to Reno Stonehut Extension, right? Like if you Reno and save the reed and do it with Goose Pond, you can then do some tricksy plays later with your start player and whatever.
Sure. Yeah, if I eat a reed, I'm fine.
Yeah, like reed will be available, right?
All right. John built 1 room. Really? Oh, he's still going. What did Nick do?
What did Nick do?
Nick took the 6 food from fishing.
As he should have.
So 6 food from fishing. John built 1 room and no stables. Just 1 room. So now it's on Ed. All right, so the Reno is going to create 3 stone, giving us 4. The next Reno is going to require 2 stone, but give us 3. So that sounds like 5. 2 for stone hut extension. Or sorry, it's 3 for stone hut extension, but I'll get 1 by round 8, which is when this whole plan is realistically coming together. So I do have 3 stone for well, is what I just calculated. Does that sound right?
You certainly have 3. Yeah, you have 3 stone for well, and you don't get to Reno into. You don't get to Ren again until round 8, right? Unless you take Reedstone food.
Yeah, that's my point.
Because you're one.
If I get the well, then my second Reno is an 8, not 7.
That's completely fine.
I think I agree.
And like you get way ahead if you plow market woman, veggie grain sow.
Yeah.
That even if you haven't, like even if you have yet to grow, you're still okay. Because market woman helps you catch back up. Plowman is helping you catch back up.
Ed took 3 wood, so the 4 clay square is here, but the Reno just seems better. Agree?
The first Ren is better. Like you still have, like everyone's out of actions, right? You still have the ability to grab a giant pile of clay, build a room next round or something if you wanted to.
No, I'm first players. This is the 5th action of 8.
Okay. Yeah, again, your stream is just dying for me. So yeah, this is that choke point, right? This is where you get to figure out what you're made of, right? Is it time to go ahead and Reno well because that's a bunch of food and you need to rent anyway? Nick's gonna family growth his next action. John probably picks up the clay because he'd like to turn his grain into a thing, or maybe John magicians with his last action here, which means you only have to dodge clay from Ed.
It's not even clear I need the giant pile of clay if I'm going for... I think because I have stone hut extension, it's correct to prioritize the Reno.
Sure. Then go ahead and do that because you don't want... Yeah, that's fine. I'm completely fine with that. Plus, like, Reno well is just great to do in round 6. Wait, feels good, man.
Reno well leaves me with 1 stone on my board. Is that true?
Right. Yes. So you still need to run 1 more time, or you still need to either read stone food or you don't get to run until round 8.
Got it.
Which is fine because... Yeah.
Yeah. It's because it's only 2. Right. I only have a 2-room house, so it only cost me 2 stone to renovate. All right. I've done Reno well.
Yeah, Randy Bueller's name in the board game chat doesn't bring in as many people as Randy sitting in the Magic zone.
Well, there is no board game chat place. I would happily go where the board gamers are if such a place existed on Twitch. Just don't know where that place is. Nick played Spices with his family.
You probably have to.
Oh, good lord. John got 5 food and a grain with Magician there?
But that's what I said he was going to do, right? He's going to Magician with his second action.
So either Ed takes 4 clay or we have the option to first pick 6.
Correct.
There's also, there's a bunch of stuff on this board. It's almost like growth just came out.
Well, growth came out and people needed food.
Mm-hmm. Ed took 2 reed. Wow.
Oh man, if Ed builds 2 rooms, he's going to be way behind.
So, there's 4 wood. There's 6 clay. There's ox and renos for days. There's reedstone food. Feels like the time for a giant pile of resources. My cards, we've left behind the clay delivery man timing. Market Woman is the last Ock I need to play, and we're not there yet, so I'm not playing an Ock.
Well, we want to play her soon, but not right now.
Yeah. The question is basically whether... Like, if I take 6 clay, it means I'm trying to build a room out of clay. But I'm not going to get to do that. Ed is going to take the room building square with his first action. I mean, I guess I pressure him to take the room building action, but like, what the hell am I doing with a pile of clay if I don't build a room out of it?
You actually don't even pressure him into doing that. Well, you pottery or something, right? And do you have any clay left over? You do. You have 3, right?
I have 3 on my board right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Like, a giant pile of clay looks like the direction you want to go.
Is it?
Like, it looks... No. Like, it looks onto the table like what you're trying to do. Look, you can use the clay on both chicken coop and on a...
Granary?
Granary.
Or pottery?
Or, like, you could just... Right. But the thing is that you have 2 reed, right?
Yes.
And you only have 3 food.
Yes.
And you need 5 food by next round. Oh, no, you get a free food. So you need 4 food by next round. So, like, I really want a reedstone food.
Yes. I agree with all of that.
If we take... Right, so if we take 6 clay, does reedstone food disappear?
There's 4 wood.
Well, the thing is, like, the thing is that we don't need clay anymore. We have 3 clay and, like, a stone. We have the ability to get ourselves a clay oven and then never touch clay again.
Right. But that's the resource that's built up.
Sure. Well, so is wood, as you haven't taken it yet.
Yeah, no, 4 wood is also legit.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a scenario where they leave me the start player button because John doesn't know? I guess I can't surprise him because I always act before him. I can't, like, sneak in Stone Hut Extension as a surprise.
I mean, you could sneak in Stone Hut Extension, but there's, like, yeah. Like, John is going to grow this round, so you'd be sneaking it from Ed, who probably doesn't build a room with his first action. And if neither Nick nor John do it, you actually get to grow first next round. Yeah, reedstone food, renovate into the thing, gives you the best chance. With all the resources on the board, you make it less likely for them to waste time taking start. John's not going to start player. John's going to take a giant pile of resources and family grow. Nick is going to take 2 giant piles of resources and figure out what he wants to do after that. He probably wants to take 2 sheep. So you just have to dodge Nick taking start player twice. And I think you crush this.
So reedstone food is the line. Basically, I cut line in front of Ed this way.
You cut line in front of Ed this way. Just 1, but you do lose all these resources. But unfortunately, the only resource you care about is 4 wood. And, like...
Yeah.
Because reedstone food is 4 food and the stone you need. Like, seems fine to me.
Done. Reedstone food. Feels crazy.
Oh, it's crazy. It's the Hail Mary line. Besides, if you can't grow, you still needed that read anyway. Like, you needed the read regardless.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And I'm completely okay, because you're going to eat a read during this harvest. I'm completely okay if the next action you take is just play Market Woman. And then next round, all we do is we plow and then grab a veggie. And then we renovate with our goose pond, and then we sow. And then we start player with the other thing and then grow a guy. Because we'll have 6 grain and 2 veggies in the ground. We'll have 3 fields with 2 coming. And we'll have a 3-room stone house with enough stone coming and enough reed to be left on the board to make us a 4th room.
Not convinced on the 4th stone room with no discounts, but maybe. Feels like pottery or something, but maybe.
Well, sure, but with what you're doing, there might be a shortage of stone improvements out. You're adding, it looks like 11 stone to the game.
Only 11. Yeah, you're right. I have added 11 free stone to the game. That's a lot of stone.
So there's a chance that you're going to spend 5 stone on a stone room.
Yeah, fair enough. Nick took the 6 clay, by the way.
Sure. He wants to ren. One of his actions wants to be renovate. You have to decide if you let him.
Well, yeah, if Ed doesn't build a room with his first action, then my Reno into a room line will work. Like,
should work, right? Unless Nick takes start player.
Right? If they do that, then Nick can.
They are in a call.
Yeah, but they're not playing it that way. It's not. Also, am I actually? I don't think I'm winning. I'm growing like 3rd instead of 4th.
No, that doesn't stop. Look, it's you and me. They have reasons to step on both of our necks at all times, and we're together.
Sure, I'm not used to being the guy you're afraid of at Agricola.
Fair. But you are certainly used to us stepping on people's necks in Agricola. Yeah. However, that's like a tag team. And the only person that should do it would be Nick, right? Like, Ed should not. Ed should start. Ed does not need to build a room because you obviously.
John built a room.
Well, then this line is the only line for you.
It doesn't even work now. Oh, no, it still does.
It absolutely does. Because at this point, Ed might just say, fuck it, I'm taking start player to make sure I get to build a room next turn.
He didn't. He took 5 wood. He took 4 wood plus 1 wood
sure.
for wood cutter.
Well, but still, Nick has to start player to give John the next growth. You actually get the next growth in front of John because John wasn't ready for it.
John still has an action left. John can start player.
John's going to grow this round. Why would he start player? He's growing.
Oh, of course.
You just butt in line when he...
Right, so I have now cut in line unless Nick decides to hand it to Ed.
No, he'd have to hand it to John, and that would be insane. You should not be handing this to the person that has 4 rooms with 2 people at 2.
Yes.
Hilariously, like, if Nick's start players, he should start player and not take start player. Like, this is one of those very edge cases where that's what you do, because he still has start player anyway, because you're going to start by family growthing.
Yeah. Yep.
It's that edge case that we made them implement it. Like, we wrote in and we're like, hey, don't force us to take start player. It is and or.
Funny. I have 3 stone rooms. I'm winning. Look,
you have 3 stone rooms. You have a lot of points, and you have a lot of great things coming.
So, question from the chat about what the other card is that I have that's giving me free stone. It's Social Climber. Social Climber, I guess it's a little cut off on the screen. It says, whenever you're the first player to renovate to a clay hut or stone house, you receive 3 stone. If you're the second, you receive 2 stone. The third, you receive 1 stone. So Social Climber says, if you're the first to reno, 3 stone. So the first time I took the renovation action, I used the 3 free stone to build a well. And now here, the second time I was the first one to get to stone, obviously. And he snowballs that way. Like, when you tempo him out, he's almost always 6 stone. Like, maybe somebody all of a sudden renos and you only get 5 stone out of him. Whatever. It's still 1 action for like 5 stone, which is great. So yeah, I turned the first 3 stone into the well. I turned the second 3 stone into the stone hut extension. And the stone cart is the other thing throwing off free stone, which you can see coming to me on the future turns.
It was funny watching their faces when they all parsed what you did. So let's see what happens now.
Oh, I wasn't watching. I should have thought of that. Nick played a gardener.
So we can join them. We should join them, but not, you can tell they're done.
Sure. You want to eavesdrop? Is that what you're telling me?
We're dropping.
No, I'm playing Agricola.
I can't bring myself to eavesdrop. I'm just going to tell them I'm there. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Randy.
John went breeding family growth with boar breeding.
Yep.
Yeah, he breeded with the boar.
I don't think
He
that's
laid down
quite
with beasts.
how that worked.
He produced a baby and a pig.
Yes. We don't ask questions.
As long as he doesn't get them confused, we should be fine. Oh boy, 4 more food, 4 more wood, or start player. I don't think I need to start player. I'm just hoping to build rooms someday in a distant universe. Should be my time now.
John was a jerk.
I guess John, rather than building 2, could build 1 and then 1, just, because that's...
Well,
that feels
like
good.
that's really smart until Randy came up with some random shit.
Yes. I was not expecting the random shit there. That was very well shitted, Randy.
Sure.
Thank you.
I'll take 4 more wood. That's 20.
Wow.
All right. And
I will build a
I am
grid.
the last to go. I'm going to get the vegetable from day laborer.
Ah, nice.
Seems good.
Okay. Is everyone ready for my breakdown?
Yes.
Break down to the state or just break down in general? Your
No, I just
choice.
was about to say, and no, I just mean my convulsing into a pile on the ground.
Sure, start with John so that Randy can pull up John's picture.
All right. So John, let's see. Looking at, he's obviously got enough food to feed his people right now. Doesn't seem to have much of a long-term plan. I mean, he's got himself a house goat, and the magician are going to allow him to get enough food to eat, but he doesn't have any sort of really nice engine going. But he's all the way out to 4 rooms, and he's got a stable with a pig in it. So that seems like he's doing fairly well. Obviously, that last build a room. While slightly targeted me, was more targeted Randy, which didn't work because Randy had the double Reno Stone Hut extension thing that
Like you
at
do.
least I didn't see.
Yeah, sure.
What?
Like you do.
Like you do. Like one will.
John actually wasted an action to make sure he got to grow twice in a row, and then he got stopped. And it was
Yes.
a really good, like, he sussed that out really well.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
good line.
he wasn't going to do it, and then me and Nick kind of talked him into it. He's like, I'm going to do something else. I'm like, go ahead and screw me. He's like, well, actually, it's really good for me if I screw you. I'm like, God damn it. So, that happened. Let's look at my board. I got what you start with, plus some bonus points from Reeve that I've pretty well locked up, I think we all have to admit. So that I got that going for me, which is nice. Caddyshack style, yeah. I was like, hey, so how about something for the effort? Anyway,
And
I
the
got a
long
sheep.
rumored 4 occupation miner has not come.
It's quarry. We've all been talking about it. I just don't need it yet. And
Right,
with you
it's
running out
obviously quarry.
and with you running out the well as early as you did, that I might have pressed for by trying to run it a little earlier.
I only
but,
added 11 free stone to the game.
That's all.
Yeah,
Yes.
just 11.
So exactly, I'm in far less of a hurry. I've got plenty of food. I don't have a food engine, so to speak of, but I don't have
5
much of a
sheep will
food
do
engine.
that for you.
Yeah. I've got time to develop it. So I'll put it that way. I have 20 wood in theory that will turn into a place to store some animals, who then could become food in my fireplace. So
Fair.
Randy, with what seemed to me to be sort of an atypical pattern of play, appears to be in pretty good position. Going to have trouble growing any further, but can obviously get as far as he
What are you
needs to
talking
with
about? I've
that.
got 4 stone coming to me. I'm building a room out of stone, baby.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That might happen. So anyhow, yeah, all kinds of nice points with the BMW and the well, all kinds of fields and foods and stone coming to him. Food still looks like it'll be a little tight, but not, I don't think, arduously so. It will impact his ability to max out the VPs on the Basket Maker's Workshop. I'll
Yeah,
put it
I have
that way.
now eaten all the free read, so.
Yeah, right. So, but still, obviously looking like he's in a good shape. And then Nick, really no idea what the hell was going on down here. He's obviously got a vegetable thing going, and
Oh,
I
you didn't take the
assume.
breeding pair of sheep, Nick?
He could take 3 to start next round if he wants.
Yeah, I guess that's about the same.
Yeah. So he's got his stable set up. He'll start breeding himself some sheep soon, and plant some veggies. And so he's got a nice food engine going, and the third room up. So, yeah, looks like it's fairly close if you ignore me.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
We will see you guys next harvest. Nick, you're up, buddy.
Plow my field.
All right, I'm back over here.
Oh, I'm still start player too. God, so good. Of course, I have
Well,
to grow.
yeah, well, you have family green.
This is Goose Pond, right? Goose Pond's better than Granary.
Yeah. Did you see Eric Roble joined us?
I did. Hi, Eric. Did you see? Were you here for my grand stone hut extension? It was awesome. Renovate with Social Climber into stone hut extension to make my room to grow my baby. To cut line
To steal.
in fact.
Yep. And now you get to get a little bit more food.
Yep.
With your family green section.
Granary is just 2 grain now. Oh, but yeah, we're on Market Woman. At least we hope to be playing the Market Woman. So I've got 5 food for this harvest.
Market Woman probably doesn't. Well, the problem is Market Woman probably doesn't sow here, so like you're probably fine for Market Woman to sow in round 11. But I'm okay with still playing Market Woman, grabbing this stuff. Like so next round, so if I play Market Woman with my second action here, your plan is to grab veg grain next round, and then use your 3 clay and 1 stone to pick up the clay oven.
I don't have a stone. Oh, I do have a stone. Yeah, okay. Nice.
I know you totally have the stone. Yeah. So that's what you'd like to do.
It's a good plan.
So, Robo, you've watched all 4 of these now? Or just last week's?
There's like a 30-second delay.
There doesn't have to be.
Well, Twitch introduces a delay. I think there might be a
No, I'm
setting.
saying there doesn't have to be.
I'm just telling you how Twitch works. I think there's some option where I can shrink it, but it was causing issues with.
No, what I'm saying, it doesn't have to be. Hey, Eric.
Oh, ah! We can add him to the call. Sure. Is he here?
Yeah. He answered. Maybe he's bad at his mic.
I know how to use a mic.
Congratulations.
Hello, Eric. Welcome to the stream.
There we go. Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
Doing good. So, yeah, we should totally include call a friend occasionally when this happens. So, Eric is someone that has joined, come to our house, played Farmageddon, is pretty okay at this game.
Whoa, pretty okay. Come on, I got 3rd place in WBC.
You've won it at EuroQuest, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I seem to remember.
I mean, is that like...
I also won at PresCon the last 2 years.
Well, how many Farmageddon people go to PresCon?
Oh, none. It was a walk.
Fair enough.
But I did win.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. So, what are you thinking? What's your analysis of what's happening here?
I just got home from work, and I don't know everything that's going on, but I feel like Randy has a ton of shit.
And he's got Market Woman in his hand.
I mean, the power level in this distribution is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, his opening pack was super weak. He took Plowman over
I took Plowman
Reeve, and there were no...
I took Plowman Chicken Coop. Shadow wanted me to take Reeve and... What were you taking with the Reeve?
Brushwood Roof.
Brushwood Roof.
I wanted Reeve Roof. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds pretty strong.
I like Plowman Chicken Coop better. Like, the Chicken Coop almost worked, almost came down on turn 2. The only problem was every source of 2 wood and 2 clay was gone in the first 6 picks. It was very frustrating. It was almost amazing. Instead, it's still sitting in my hand.
Yeah, I mean, part of the problem with Chicken Coop, though, is the cost of reeds, so it usually means you're growing later than other people.
But I have Reed Collector.
But I thought you picked it before you got a Reed Collector.
That's true.
He did.
But you have Well and BMW and 2 fields coming and a ton of food and 3 stone.
And Market Woman and randomly has what he needs for a clay oven, right? Like...
Yeah, just in the back pocket there. No big deal.
Just in the back pocket.
But you are like 20 wood behind Fear.
I've drafted 3 wood once. I spent it on a well and on a stone cart.
So, can we talk about Nick's play? Look at Nick's occupation. Did he really play Organic Farmer?
Yes.
He's just playing the all-farmer farming game. I mean, it makes sense, right?
Oh, it's a nice theme board. Gardener, Organic Farmer, and Undergardener.
I've actually never seen that before. That looks like it's going to be awesome. And spices. Come on. There's the clutch right there, right? Spices.
Oh, so we also know cooking corners in the game?
True.
So we wheeled...
Oh my god.
So we wheeled... what's Market Crier? So there was Market Crier and Corn Scoop in his opening pack, and it wheeled to him. Yeah. His pack wasn't good enough for those cards to wheel. And then the next pack had Gardener and Cooking Corner, so someone should have taken it. But they left all of it.
There's too many good cards. You can't take them all.
Shadow, do I take food for Market Woman here?
I mean, that's up to you, buddy.
You're going to abandon me now? I have no reeds, so
yep.
Reedstone food is mildly tempting.
Well, is Reedstone food available?
Yeah.
Like, that looks fine.
I mean, that's like 4 food and a point, so that's pretty good.
Well, right. 4 food and a point.
Like, there's no way in hell I'm going to get a sow in before the next harvest.
No, I agree. You're not going to. So if all you do next round is Market Woman, take veg, and make a clay oven, that's a completely fine turn.
Well, I'm more likely to do that if I play the Market Woman here, but paying 2 food for it and not having a reed to eat seem bad. Yeah, I'm going to Reedstone food.
That's a safe play.
Yeah, you figured it out. You also figured out you should not play the Wood Crane. Well done.
I've made that mistake once.
So Eric, you're on this Twitch thing too, aren't you? Or do you not stream?
What do you mean? Like, do I stream myself personally?
Yeah.
No, I don't have like a Robo Incredible stream, but my company does stream every 2 weeks, and I've been on that one quite a few times.
And you're on that quite a bit.
Go ahead.
And we just talk about, like whatever updates and class and ability changes and items and shit like that.
Sure. So you work for a tiny little company called Bethesda?
Yeah, like a real small, sort of in a corner company.
I mean, have they done anything recently?
Nothing that you would have heard of.
Okay, that's
besides, Fallout and Skyrim, Oblivion,
Yeah.
Morrowind, etc.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, and Elder Scrolls Online, of course.
I can't believe you listed that last. Isn't that just taken up all of your life recently?
Only the past 5 years.
Right.
You gotta save the best for last, though. You know how it is.
That is fair. All right, we're going to get back to talking about Agricola.
Oh, that's happening, isn't it?
Yeah.
We should rotate
So
through this stream. Like, if we put a league together, you would want in, right, Eric?
Oh, yeah, totally.
What time are you available to play, though? Like, is this about when you become available?
I mean, I guess I have... My schedule is pretty variable because I play hockey and then I don't always play on the same night.
Ah, got it.
So that's why I wasn't like, yes, I definitely want to do this every single Monday night. But I was like, yeah, like I'll show up when I'm around.
I think the answer is
That's fair. Have you seen all?
Have like a schedule and like people get to co-host and make fun of other people in turn.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Eric being the co-host would be great. I think Ed, despite not being that good at this game, would still be an amazing co-host.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think Daniel would be amazing. Like John, like we have a lot of people that certainly can work crowds fairly well.
Look,
so
if we get to like reasonable West Coast timelines, Mike Turian would love to play as well.
Yep, it gets harder. Rob Effinger wants in too if we do that. As would Steve Winter. Because Steve actually wants to play later in the day. Like, he can't start until like 9 o'clock because children.
Oof.
So it's a doubleheader Monday night, no problem.
I mean, can't you just let the children run around, for one day a week? What are they going to do? Burn the house down? No, that'd be fine.
I mean, I think my kid came home from school a couple hours ago. I haven't really checked on her.
Yeah, she's a good kid. She'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, so what have we missed in this game? So in this game, what have we missed? Because obviously we took our 2 actions and everyone else has a million.
Yes. Ed seems to have gone build a stable, build a stable, build a stable, build a stable. He just built 2 rooms and 4 stables with 1 action. That is spectacular. 18 wood.
And still has wood left.
Incinerated.
Nick now is sitting on a clay oven as well. Is this true?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't have...
He doesn't have the grain.
He doesn't have
grain. And I mean, he's clearly doing the cooking hearth thing, right, to eat those vegetables, so I don't think he would.
Right. He should cooking hearth, cooking corner. Did he reno cooking hearth?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking he was going to do.
He reno cooking hearth. So
if he reno cooking hearth,
each of those vegetables is going to be giving him 5 food per round then?
He's going to cooking corner, so it should give him 5, yeah. So we know he's going to start player next round.
That's a pretty awesome food engine. Just a 5 free food every round.
Gardener to mean the veggies keep coming. Spices and cooking corner. Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I like that.
It gets good if he can get a second. Yeah, it gets good if he can get a second field to play and do it again. So he's going to want to day labor again to pick up his veggies. At that point,
you have more food than you could ever possibly spend, though, right?
Yes, although that's still better than because that's 10 food a harvest, right? That's 9 food a harvest. 9 food a harvest is almost all the food you need.
He's got 3 guys, so yeah, that's pretty good. Nick, he hasn't played this game that much either, right? Like, I feel like he puts.
He's not, but like he's certainly played a lot with us. Like, I certainly try to take him on the right wing and play a bunch of games with him online.
Okay.
Yeah. So like after doing that, he certainly came in. He made the semis last year at WBC.
Yeah, he was at my table actually. It was like me, him, and Rob Murray, I think.
Yep.
Maybe that was 2 years ago. But anyways, he had he played like Guildmaster, and he had I don't know, he had some other card that like comboed really well, and me and Rob just like looked at each other and we're like, oh shit, I don't even know this guy, and he's killing it.
You know Nick, right? Or had you not met him before that?
I mean, I could tell by his beard that he was a wise man, but I hadn't really played with him.
That's fair.
And he knew you guys, so I figured he was pretty cool.
He beats. So like Daniel won Le Havre the first couple of years it was there, and since then like Nick's just run the table with it.
Wow, that's impressive. Also, what do you think about that game? Because I played it once with that powder guy. You know the guy.
Oh my God, you played it live in the tournament. I do remember that. You did not. He was not fond of you after that game.
I don't think he was fond of me before that game.
That was good though. I like that game. I like everything this guy has done except for like maybe Bonanza.
You don't like Bonanza? Come on.
I've only played it like 2 or 3 times though.
All you need. That's the game with the beans, right?
Yeah, it's the game of the bean. So John took. I'm trying to read what happened here. So Nick played Organic Farmer. I don't even know what that guy does. That's how little I play him. John took 5 clay. E started with Quarry. Reno Cooking Hearth. Wood. 2 rooms, all stables. Nick did the sheep roundup, and then John played the Cooking Hearth. So John's man's finally coming home. John's Sparky's finally coming home.
Yeah, 2 cooking hearths that orbit. Nick built a cooking hearth, and John also built a cooking hearth. Ed went start player, and then had the 22 resource play of 2 rooms with 4 stables.
What do you guys feel about the 4 stables? Because normally you want like 2 or none. 4 seems.
I do not like 4 there. Like now he has to go collect a bunch of wood again.
Yeah.
Like we've eaten. Like there's a whole bunch of wood that's all disappeared. I realize he's gotten himself 3 wood from the Reeve and like a couple of wood from the woodcutter. So there's some wood in the game, but there's not that much extra wood that you can just build 2 rooms and all the stables and hope that you can then fence later. But again, he's probably the least.
There are still 2 4 woods out there,
Yeah, I was
but
just
like.
looking at that. Am I supposed to take 4 wood here or play Market Woman? Like, Market Woman, Veggie, and Oven sounds so good that I'm just supposed to put on blinders and stick to my line, right?
I don't think Agricola is a game where you get to do that with.
It is.
I think you have to
Put on blinders, yeah.
Well, but getting distracted is bad.
What if it's a good distraction?
Maybe.
Well, I don't want to get
Like, it's
distracted by
not-
the 3 wood. I mean, the 3 stone. The 3 stone is even better than the 4 wood, but clearly not what I need. 3 reed. Yeah, the question is whether I 4 wood or whether I Market Woman.
So hilariously, 3 stone, 3 reed build room is a line that is available to you.
That's funny. I don't think that's right. My food is not in good enough shape for that. Like, I need to.
It totally is. It totally is.
You got 9 food, you only need 6.
You have 9 food. You only need 6. Grabbing the 3 reed actually gives you 3 more food next round.
Yeah.
You have 4 food coming to you. You're actually completely fine. I build a stone room. That's what distracts me.
This turn? So you want me to
If you can, like, you grab the, so let's talk about what grabbing 3 stone does, right? Grabbing 3 stone removes stone from the other 2 players' hands. It doesn't remove it from Ed's, but it removes it from their hands, right? It sets you up to take the 3 reed, which would be completely fine for you. You could also just reed stone food, right? But 3 stone sets you up to build a room and have it by round 11. So right now, Ed and John both have to take turns taking a family growth. That gives you a free family growth at the end of the round in round 12, plus you have a 4-room stone house. The 3 stone turns this on. Like, all you need is 3 stone. You can still play Market Woman if you want. But, like, you probably want 3 reed, too. Like, you've got a BMW. You don't want anyone to get uppity.
So, Market Woman later. That's what you're telling me. Take 3 stone.
I don't think I Market Woman with those resources on this board.
Yeah, all right. That sounds right. Yeah, these resource squares are just too good for me to mess around with Market Woman. 3 stone it is. Crazy.
And you thought you had too much stone.
I made 11!
Yeah, but 3 of it hasn't even showed up yet. You only made 8.
I only made 8 so far, it's true.
So that's why you need this 3 to get you to 11.
Oh, I randomly have boar breeding in my hand now. I mean, I still have chicken coop and granary and boar breeding that I can play as minors.
So,
and like,
if we count out the points on these moves, I'm wondering if this actually feels right. Because you have to take stone for an action, take reed for an action, build a room for an action, and then family grow for an action. So that's 4 actions.
Yeah, but I mean, the build a room action is 2
6
points by itself. The family growth is 3 points by itself, plus future actions.
No, build a room is 3 points. Build room's 3
Oh,
points.
3 points.
Yeah, so that's 6 points for 4 actions.
Well, I was
Plus additional actions for the game.
The reed
Yeah.
action is also 4 food? or three or six food, depending on how the timing.
3 food because you need 2 for the room.
It depends if I take it this turn or next turn, but yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like that wasn't amazing, but like it was decent, right?
Well, getting the kid.
Sure, but Market Woman still come out later. Like I want him to sow by round 11, and which is why he doesn't have to build the room yet, right? Like he's not actually in line to grow next or anything, unless he start players next round. Like he'd have to start playing in round 10. However, by doing this, he threatens Ed and John to keep taking start player back and forth.
Right.
Which is great for him.
By the way.
Sure. You're making them do that, which makes you continue to get good things.
Oh, John upgraded Cooking Hearth to Cooking Corner. So Nick.
Gotcha. So Nick didn't have it. It never made it to Nick.
Oh, sorry, Nick.
Yeah, he never saw it. Whatever. His engine is still great.
Yeah.
We thought about taking it third over Goose Pond to stop the market crier. It was considered. It was rejected, but it was considered.
Yeah, I would take that
Shadow
bomb.
considered it, and I ignored him. But yeah, I mean.
Oh, look who's so smart. So if you look, Randy, don't you have a much of amazing action still to take?
What, the 4 wood?
Or it's still there if you want it. You don't even have to take it. Like you still probably want the 3 read before other people get uppity.
3 read. No one wants the 3 read.
Yeah. I don't think anyone wants that 3 read.
4 wood's way better than 3 read for me, because the 3 read will keep growing, probably. Like, I can third pick it. I can take it next turn. I mean, I guess we're not past the point where no one wants read, but, like, Ed has one. John has a brushwood roof. Nick has already renoed once.
Yeah, like, they would want to take Redstone food, probably.
More than read. Yeah. So you don't have to take read with your second action.
Yeah.
You may not even have to take it with your third, but taking it with your third then pressures Ed to take start player next round.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, I might take it, but I'm definitely I'm taking 4 wood here. Like, I don't think it matters.
Right. Well, this is 4 wood or Market Woman. That's really your choice here.
Yeah.
Didn't we decide 4 wood was better last time? Last action?
We did, and we didn't take it. Yep. Not Market Crier, but the woman. Yes. And Nick's going to sow with his last action. Oh, he's going to day labor for another veg and then sow and have him infinite food that way.
Whew, that's a lot of food.
Unless Ed beats him to the day laborer square, he does have his quarry.
Oh,
awkward.
And what did Ed do? Ed took the board.
They don't even know, Eric, that you're in this chat yet. I'm gonna have you give your breakdown of who's winning in the next.
Shit. Was I supposed to be paying attention?
Yeah.
Because I got this like poker stream going on, and I'm just all over the place. I'll do it though. I'll drop some knowledge.
Sure. If you want, bring up the game, like so you can actually just load up the boards yourself and take a look at them.
Oh man, that's such a good idea.
Tech.
I'm taking 4 wood, right? Right.
I mean, it's up to you.
How do you spell Badaju? Bo-eat-ia-geox.
Yeah, watch this. Look in the channel.
Oh man, look at this MTG bot getting it done for us.
Yeah, we've taught
Getting it done.
about Agricola.
Oh, and I can see an overview of how to play. Thanks, guys.
It's actually pretty cool. That was done by Corrado.
He's a good teacher.
Who is the most interesting of all of us.
Okay, I can type in the game ID.
Did Ed take day laborer?
No, he took a boar.
What did Ed do?
He took breeding boars. Do you need the game ID, Eric? You got it.
Yeah, I saw it on the stream. All right, you see, grab the wood. We got Ziggy and Y.
I say it's Zagini. I don't know. I actually haven't heard Nick pronounce it.
It is Zagini. It's Zagini because it's supposed to be an allusion to magic and to Ziggy from Quantum Leap.
Oh, all right.
As a magic card?
Not a magic card.
I think like the magic before magic or whatever.
Like magicians.
Nick took a grain. He's gonna want to sew it first, though, right? Yeah, he can't possibly.
Well, he's
clay oven.
No, he wants to sew.
Yeah, he's gonna sew both of them.
Like he was supposed to day laborer, I guess, but sewing both of them does set him up to take the clay oven to start next round. Like he'll get to take it before you, which should make you a little bit sad, but you also don't have to care. Because you can just take pottery or something, like whatever.
I mean, I think he just wanted it so he starts getting grain so he can max out grain points.
I don't think he has the oven. John played a Stockman, by the way. So.
If only Ed had Stockman.
Wow, yeah, that would have been a great reason to build 4 staples.
Exactly. I think I take another 4 wood square here.
I mean, it's not as good as your 10 wood of last game, but 8's pretty good in a round 2.
Okay, so Randy, how this is going to work during the harvest is you and I have to both mute our outbound sounds, or we have to mute. I have to mute my outbound sound and my inbound sound from this.
Yeah.
So I don't get to hear. I'll have to hear him through you on their side.
Are they in a separate chat? Should I just go to that chat?
They're in Skype.
They're in Skype.
I mean, I own Skype.
Yeah, no, it's just terrible. I'm just gonna have to trust that he's gonna do it correctly.
So what do you want me to do? Let his audio... You want me to not join this... Not listen on Skype? Yeah, there's no good way to do this.
I think you have...
So look, it's my action. Let's figure this out first. I'm either taking 3 reed or I'm taking 4 wood. If I'm going 3rd next turn, where start player will be one of the actions in front of me, so...
The first action is family growth, the next action is start player. If you take the reed here, Ed has to start player with his first action, which then gives you the wood. If he doesn't...
Can't stable block anymore because he's out of stables. Yeah!
That's funny.
Yeah. Like, you take the reed, and if he doesn't get in your way, you start player. John could build another wood room, but he knows that that's wrong.
Now, I don't necessarily
and there won't be
because John still has an action. John can take 4 wood, and then... Oh, but they have to go family growth and start player, or I get a baby. So I should let 6 wood, 5 wood accumulate, and take the reed. Nick might take 1.
Well, so the fact that Nick and John both have actions mean that 4 wood, 3 wood probably disappears.
Right.
So you just take the 4 wood, and then you just start with 4 reed next round that no one's going to want to take to start.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yep. Close your hand.
Close your hand. Because if 5 wood was coming to you, 6 wood's coming to you. So just take the 4 wood.
Yeah.
It's funny because I'm talking to you guys in real time, but watching on stream. So sometimes Shadow just start like looking into the air and laughing randomly.
Yeah, that happens.
I don't know what Fear was doing, but that was kind of funny.
All right. So
Nick is sewing.
Audio together to let him talk to them. He could just join the Skype call.
He just joins the Skype call. Do you have Skype installed? No, because then we'd have to be friends with him on Skype.
Wait, I don't see the problem here.
All right. Join Skype. You might actually not get to do you won't get to do it until the next harvest. You'll just have to listen to this one.
Yeah,
but join Skype so we can add you for the next harvest.
Sure.
Join Skype for friends. I'm easy to friend. I'm Shadow.
Yeah, but it's spelled all like weird without a W.
All right, whatever. I am muting this whole thing.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, muting curse, going over to Skype.
Or
Good
I just
news, everyone.
hey, I'm debating what I'm doing for the last action because I'm going to be first next turn.
Right.
But if I set myself up for a great first, then Ed
gets to grow, and then Randy might start player and then build rooms.
I can block him from building rooms.
Oh yeah, you certainly can, and it's worth it for you because you make a plethora of animals.
Right. So my thought is, am I okay with letting Ed family grow? But that's a concern. Yeah, I mean, if I'm okay with letting Ed family grow and get ahead of me once, then I take 4 food and a grain. If I'm not, then I take the 3 wood to keep Ed from getting 6 wood next turn.
Mm-hmm.
7.
But then you have to eat your.
Then I have to eat one of my 2 grain, which really isn't.
Or you eat a boar?
Or your boar.
Wouldn't you just eat your?
Or my. Yeah, but if I keep the boar, then when I lay down the 3 stables, I have breeding sheep and breeding boar once I finally get around to fences.
Why do you have breeding sheep?
Sorry, then I have breeding boar once I get around to fences.
Okay.
Which seems good, but on the other hand,
I don't know that I want to eat 2 grain if I'm you here.
well, I eat 1. I've got house goat.
Oh, that's fair. Oh well, then I don't care. Eating one's fine.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you eat
fine.
1, you take the wood, then you don't have to worry about this decision. Like you want to grow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
You can grow and ignore the 6 wood too if you want. That feels worse, especially since especially because you already have 6 wood lined up for 3 animals.
Yeah. Yeah, I will just take the 3 wood.
So Eric Roble has joined us on the other side, and we've just been bullshitting.
Oh,
we're gonna have him do the next harvest after this one. Like we'll have to get him onto the Skype call.
Cool. All right, Ed, yours to feed, and I think it's Nick's job now to say who's doing well.
Once Brandy joins us, like we haven't heard him at all.
Okay. He's just spooky.
I'm just listening.
All right, Nick, what do you think?
All right. Well, to start with John over on the left, he's now kind of got his food in order with this cooking corner and the animals coming from the stockman. So he can eat there, or he can use those as points and find food somewhere else. That seems good. He's gonna get his 4th, be the first to 4. That's good. But he's a little late to 3. Later to 4 than he wanted to be anyway. So his way's not as good as it could be if Randy hadn't done that butting in line thing. But he still seems like he's in an okay way, and he's got some really good cards in front of him. Ed's going to be 2nd to 4, which is pretty good. He's got a quarry, but a lot of occupations that aren't doing a whole lot other than getting that quarry out. He's got a lot of stables down. That's good. And he's got a breeding pair of animals now, so he's got food coming in. So he's doing okay. Go over to Randy. Randy's already at a stone house. He's already built a bajillion things out of stone. He's got 8 stone. What's he doing? He's probably building a room out of stone, but maybe he's got a stone path. Maybe that's his plan. That's worth 4 points. That's not bad. His food's still in order from the basket maker's workshop, assuming he takes the 4 reed that's going to be sitting on the board. If he doesn't get the 4 reed, then his food way is a lot worse.
I like 4 reed.
I think my way's doing really well. Because I've got the spices going with the gardener now, so I've got 4 food around just absolutely for free. I've managed to sow grain. I've got an animal type that's going to breed and give me more food too. So my food's in order. I've got a point. I need to get
Nick, you've muted
actually
yourself.
some fences for the farmer.
Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit to you, Nick. I was surprised at your grain grab as opposed to another veg grab. Really kind of take care of your food completely. So I was expecting another veg grab so that you'd be making 7 food a harvest. But I also thought, I thought that was 1, or I thought you were in a cooking corner, but I guess cooking corner never made it back. So that's why after you played cooking corner, I thought maybe your way would be that way instead of this. This way obviously takes your points and opens up other lines and other avenues for you. I was expecting one way and you went the other. So that's it.
I'm still at 6 food per harvest as it is, and I've only got 3 people.
Oh, because your sheep is 2 and your veg is 4. Sure.
I've got spices, so my veg is 4, and I've got sheep growing. Like,
Okay. All
I
right.
looked at it and I decided I was going to have way too much food if I went the second vegetable, so I figured I'd get the grain growing too.
That's completely fair. Yeah, I thought that it's a judgment call, and I thought I may have gone the other way, but I forgot about your breeding pair of sheep because I don't get to look at your board, and Randy doesn't seem to care about what other people are doing, so he doesn't look at their board very often.
But I did take a long time thinking about it, and I'm
Yep.
not convinced that's the right way.
Yeah, because I mean, I like the fact that it would get you to the 4 veg, so you never have to worry about it again, and you have a million food, which is great, and like you can grab your grain later. But all right, I'm gonna go join the other guys on the other side. I will talk to you again, and hopefully we'll get Roble in here for 11.
Cheers.
Cool.
All right, back on Curse. You know what else is going to happen if we add Roble to the Skype call? Everybody's picture will move.
All right, I'm back here.
I figured out the other problem with adding Roble to the Skype call.
What's that?
Everybody's picture will move.
All right, Roble, you don't get to give any analysis. You lose.
There's no way Ed is supposed to take my 4 read. It would actually kind of hurt if Ed took my 4 read here. It's just a terrible play for him.
No, but then you just start player, Reedstone Food, build a room. It's bad for both of you.
I ate my read. I have 0 read.
Awkward.
Right. It's
Well, then
awkward.
then 4 read is not the worst play for him. Although it's pretty bad because he already has 1. Like he only needs 1 more.
It's really bad.
He should not start with it.
Right. And I don't think I can afford to let it float.
Nope, you're supposed to read and then finally play Market Woman and then take veg.
Yep.
There's also 6 clay, which is something Ed should be considering wanting.
Right. Swing plow was John's minor. So he's got some plowing ahead of him.
All right, I'm back.
You're back. Welcome back.
I did. I figured out how to get on Skype.
Yeah, we figured out that
Okay.
if we add you to the call, it moves everybody's picture. Like, we should add you at the beginning, Steve, and have your picture and have everything lined up. But it's the most annoying part about Skype. I don't know if this is the most annoying, but among the annoying things about Skype is the fact that it puts all of the pictures in seemingly random orders. Like, people don't wind up in the same order. It doesn't even matter what order you join the call. And, of course, every time you add a person, it reshuffles everybody. So all my careful screen grabs would get messed up.
Yeah, and you have to get like the color on the right player too to match that shit up, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's... If I could just move the regions, though, which is what I've done here. But yes.
Oh yeah, give me my own region.
Ed took the 6 clay. I don't think I can afford to float this 4 read, because my plan's kind of...
I don't even think you need to waste your breath talking about it. I think you just windmill slam your 4 read and be thankful that you got it.
I was always getting it. Barring somebody being irrational, I was getting it. But yes, I can't even afford to risk people being irrational at this point, because my plans crumble without it. I do think I was right to take the 4 wood over it, though. Like, I basically took 4 wood over 3 read, then took 4 wood over 3 read. And then
took 4 read.
Yeah, and then put myself in a position where I had to first pick 4 read. I think that's all. I'm happy with all that.
Yeah, I'd say that went well. And I mean, you already have. It's not like you need a great first. Like usually, a first action is like plow a field in this round, right? But you have 4 fields anyways, so you're just like you're hurting for that.
Cool.
Yeah, it's funny. You don't even need the clay oven yet. Like, you don't need it yet because your food is actually lines you up with 6 food for next round, even if you don't eat your reed. So eating your reed puts you at 9, with 1 more coming. So you're actually at 10. So you're actually
10
at
minus the cost of the market.
4 starting round 12.
Wait, 9 minus the cost of the market woman.
Yeah, you're fine. Like, so you don't even need the clay oven yet. Or if at all, right? Like, we can use the extra stone to get ourselves a stone oven at the end of the game to take care of the last part of our food.
Oh,
Yeah, because I guess. Well, it depends on how many times Fear is hitting that quarry, potentially.
Yeah.
Right.
Fair.
Because he doesn't have a lot to do with that stone besides stone oven.
Well, if I'm him, I quarry and then run into a pottery.
There is still a pottery sitting there.
Yeah, that's looking pretty good for his board.
I really like the fact that you got 8 wood now. Like, that was a really good brown for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, getting those fences is the last part of your game, and you kind of got it wrapped up already.
Mm-hmm. And you should be able to max grain and veggie and fields.
With a 4-room stone house and well and basket makers, it's going to be a lot of points.
He passed the chief that didn't make it back to him.
Oh.
And, like, with the way that John's play, like, I'm still slightly suspicious at this point of a constable being in the game.
Think there's
and
a constable?
4th room helps us with that. What's that? We don't know. We've never seen a constable.
I mean, you always kind of got to have that in the back of your mind, right? Because that's 5 points.
Yep. Well, and the 4th stone room really helps us because, like, if we plow one field, then all we have to do is make the fences in the 6 spaces on the right hand side of the board. Yeah.
Yep.
But it means that we need to get the fences eventually, so I'd like to get 4 more wood and just kind of make that happen.
Oh, reasonable.
Because 12 is the magic number for that.
Mostly wishing Ed would come out of the tank so I can play my Market Woman. I assume I'm playing Market Woman even if I have to pay 2 food for her.
Is Ed going to put another dude down? Like, he doesn't have tutor.
Right.
Tutor. Yeah, that would have gone great with what he's got there.
Oh, John plowed 3 fields.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
is John plow twice or just once?
Twice. It's swing plow.
Okay. Yeah. He's also jockeying for a pretty easy
Okay.
constable.
Ed took start player to make sure I couldn't beat him to the next kid. Dropped a wild.
That was the right play.
Good.
Dropped a wild.
We didn't want it anyway. We want to grow with our last action in round 12.
So this is Market Woman. I
like
could
Market
build a
Woman.
room here, but I think building Market Woman is better since I'm not going to get to grow next turn anyway.
Yeah, you want to get
I'm
that
okay
going.
with Market Woman. So is Ed going to take 1 cow? Oh, no, Ed's going to start next turn with 2 cows, maybe?
Ed might
Because
start next turn with family growth if I build a room. Whatever. I'm playing Market Woman.
Sure.
Done.
Right. You play Market Woman, but, like, you're not going to build a room in 2 stables. That's just wrong.
Correct.
Although if you did, you would be set up to take 2 cows to start next round, which is awkward when we want to grab a grain and sow.
I don't think
2
you have
cows,
to
grain,
Market
sow. I mean veggie sow,
Yeah.
not grain.
My third action of this round is either going to be veggie triggering the Market Woman, or it's going to be build a stone room. Right? Depends what they leave me, but those are the obvious 2 actions for me here. Like, by building a stone room, I effectively give myself the first action because Ed will be obliged to lead with family growth.
Yep.
Like,
Well, what if you took...
That could easily get me 4
Yeah.
wood.
Yeah, then you have 12 for fences, right? That seems pretty good.
12 is an excellent number. 12
Right.
means I'm 1 plow away from making constable.
Right.
Nick took Reedstone food.
Ed took Animal Preserve, so he's going to take 2 cows to start next round. That was his star player.
Well, not if I make him grow.
But I'm okay with...
That's all
Yeah,
the
but
board is.
I don't think you... You don't want the 2 cows yet.
My point
You
is...
want 4 wood. To...
There's a family growth at stake, Shadow. One of us is going to family growth. If I build a room, one of us will get to family growth.
That's fair. I still just take a veggie here. That's what I do. I want to sow my veggie by round 11.
Yeah.
So I take a veg here, and I might even start next round with sow if other people are getting uppity.
I've seen him do it before. I have seen him do that. That was the game in at PressCon.
Yeah.
I think that was the finals where I won.
It was a EuroQuest game where neither of us won. Not press. Because you kept wanting to... You wanted to plow or sow, and I kept taking it, but because I was taking it with my first actions, I wasn't winning. And because you wanted it, you weren't winning.
Yeah, and you were to my left, right? And I was like, how is the guy to my left keep blocking me? Ugh. Yeah, that game was silly.
John's traveling player, so he wants to sow next round.
John's Magician continues to be amazing, by the way. He just last picked traveling players for like 4 food, which means it was 5 food and a grain.
That's a good action.
Yeah, no, but Magician's really good.
Especially if other people are good, because then they'll have their food figured out, so your bottom feeding is better.
That's a good point. You know, that's probably why it's taken me a while to get turned on to Magician. He's never seemed amazing to me, but you're right. In this crowd where players are all building real food engines, traveling players actually accumulates decent food.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the other thing about building this stone room, Shadow. Oh, you're saying that I can take 4 wood with my first action next round because Ed will prefer 2 cows. That's your claim?
Yeah, Ed set up 2 cows.
Because the thing, if I build a stone room, then Ed is obliged to make a baby, and I get first pick, effectively.
Yeah, but I'd rather give first pick to Ed. Because if it's 4 wood, you're still getting it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I still think I'm sowing with my first action next round.
For 4 wood?
Because John might be setting up. Because John looks like he's setting up to finally play a. He's now set up to play a sleeping corner, and he would need to.
He's not playing sleeping.
So, okay. All right, so if you don't think he's going to sow with his first action, you can take your wood with your first action. I am taking sow with my first action next round, but you are playing and I'm not. That's why I take veg here.
Well, you've mostly got me talked into taking veg here. I need the 4 wood.
All right, well you can veg 4 wood and then sow. Like that's fine.
Yeah, that would be.
But man, not.
John wants to plow again and trigger his plow. Also, there's some value to start player.
Yep.
I mean, John Corrado's also set up for... Well, actually, he doesn't want to plow sow, does he?
No, he doesn't want to plow sow.
Yeah, he just wants to plow again for 5 points.
He also wants wood, so like obviously denying him wood is probably good for the home team.
Well, here's another thing, Shadow. He wants to trigger Stockman at some point. I may actually not get to build my building my stone room isn't completely trivially free.
You'll do it eventually, right? Like you just need to do it by round.
I don't want to have growth with no room
by round 12, Randy. You just need to do it by round 12. That's it.
And I'm now passing up on round 10.
So is Ed broke? Wait. If Ed is broke, then you skip the veg and you build a room. If you don't think Ed can handle his food.
That's an interesting question. Ed certainly has no food. He does have a cooking hearth with a cow.
Well, then, if you... Right. His plan is to take 2 cows to solve his food. If you build a room, he doesn't get to take 2 cows. He has to family grow. But there are 3 spots on the board. Like, I really like fencing in this particular spot, too. Because, Jesus Christ, the animals are so good next round.
You just told me Market Woman was where all my points are coming from. I'm not fencing.
Hey, welcome to Agricola. Right, welcome to Agricola. I don't fence, but I consider it.
I would
fence if I had 10. Having 8 wood makes fencing tough because you can only hold 1 breeding.
If we had 10, I fence. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the question.
But Ed's going to start next round 2 cows.
If he's going to do that anyway, it's awfully tempting to have a room.
Then build a room. Do it. Build a room. Don't worry about sowing. You'll be fine.
I mean,
I think take veg again.
I think Fear is going to have his food figured out with a cooking hearth and all those animals out on the table. And there's just a 5 food sitting there, like.
Yeah, he's gonna grow first, so I'm not gonna get to grow. So, but yeah, all right, I'm taking the veg.
Thank God, Jesus.
We did it.
No. Gotta make sure I do not accidentally prevent myself from room building by putting the plow in the wrong place. Very important turn.
That would have been funny.
No, you obviously build these 2 next to the other 2, to the right.
So Nick played. Oh, he took improvement for forest pasture.
Wow, that's interesting.
His plans to start with the boar. Ed's going to start with the cows, and sheep probably continue onward.
4 wood is so the perfect number. I feel like, yes, I want to get a sow in. I feel like setting myself up for future fencing is more important. Like, if John sows, I can fence.
Right. No, 4 wood fence sow is a perfectly valid thing to do. Or 4 wood sow build room is perfectly fine. Yeah, like, you've got a lot of options.
That's my
those are good things.
They all start with
4 wood. I think my...
Ed took 2 cows.
Okay. Yeah, and I think letting him take 2 cow is better since I don't think he's winning. Right? I think John is the guy I'm more worried about.
Don't discount Nick. Although Nick needs wood.
Yeah.
And you're taking 4 of it.
Yep.
Like, I still don't understand John Corrado knocking your food engine. Like, it's been amazing. You haven't done anything.
Yeah, I mean, your food engine is basket makers.
Yeah,
right.
He was like, well, and then basket maker's workshop, but that's not really an engine. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, with 3 people, that's half your food every harvest.
It's funny, Skype gives me a preview of what people are going to look like in about 20 seconds on my screen.
I know, right?
Meanwhile, you're talking and I'm laughing at nothing.
Yep. No, that's you.
Fair. Are you eating? Man, I want to eat.
I know, right? Isn't it great?
All right, you're co-hosting for a minute. I'm getting food.
Oh, yeah. So it looks like Nick dropped the spinny.
Did he? Oh, so he did. Nick took start player. Oh, he's setting up for either plow sow or growth no room. And suddenly there's a spinny in play. Glad I got my wood sorted before the stupid spinny came down. Such an card.
Nick would be happy with either one of those, plow sow or family grow without room. He's already got the grain.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
And his organic farmer 2 turns ago makes a lot of sense now because he needed the 3 occupations for both the forest pasture and the spinny.
Ah, okay. I'm surprised that's the best he can do, but maybe.
It's interesting he passed on the boars there to get it in starting player.
Sure.
I mean, starting player is pretty hot to trot out in round 11, right? Just because all the good stuff coming out.
Does he think maybe they'll float to him? I mean, nobody's really got room.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean John's not taking
I'm not taking them.
You're not taking them, and
What, Ed might eat them?
Ed could get 8 food, or 6 food, but it seems like he's kind of got.
And Ed already has 3 boars, so I think that's a reasonable gamble. John did the shadow play. First pick sow. I do not get to sow.
Oh, busted. I mean, if he called that sleeping quarter, I'd be impressed. Was there a sleeping quarter in the draft?
Not that we saw, no. It would have to be first or second pick. And he first picked House Goat. So it would have to be exactly second pick. And I don't think I saw the swing plow, so I actually think I can deduce that there was no sleeping corner.
I mean, if he looks at your board, though, right, he sees 2 vetch, or grain and 2 vetch, and then he sees 3 fields, and he's like, yeah, okay, I need to get this in.
All reasonable. I still think I'm right to take 4 wood. Like, yeah, I'm disappointed not to get this plow in, but, like, I can take the veg action again for veg, grain again. I don't know.
Yeah, especially with Market Woman, it's not really that bad for you. And then you can just sow in, like, 5 fields, right?
Right.
And you taking that 4 wood basically saved you an action because you would have had to take 2 wood twice otherwise. So now you can fence and you might actually be able to grab those 3 sheep, which would be really great.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I either fence
and then you can end up with 6 sheep by the end of the game, which is an extra. It's like a 4-point action, right? Yeah. And those sheep would be a 4-point action. It's pretty good. Also, this plow's still hanging around.
Yeah, that's what I thought John would do. Like, he's got the swing plow that he needs to make sure to trigger. But I guess he correctly saw that I was going to sow with my second action. He wanted to beat me to it.
Yeah, I don't think plow gets back to him. No. Like, Fear needs to start plowing, right?
Yes.
He has no fields at all. He's going to grow for his second action, so I don't know what else he's probably thinking about trying to get more food, maybe?
I mean, he needs some food, right? I guess right now he's eating 2 boars for 6.
So if he gets more food, it's basically, then he gets a breed boar also, which is pretty nice.
Oh, right. The only thing he's without losing a breeding pair, he's got 3 food and 2 breeding pairs.
Yeah, so he took the boar. Yeah, it solves his food problem, and it hurts
hurts Nick, yeah.
Nick also, so that seems like a pretty good move, right?
Nick start with that? Oh, Nick started with start player.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Nick went start player spinny, not taking the boar. John went sow, beating me to it, and not taking the plow.
What did I tell you?
No, look, I knew it was a risk that John would sow there, and I felt all my actions were more important than that. For the record, Eric agrees with me.
The reason I think it was fine for what he did is because he has Market Woman, so he can just take vegetable grain, which is close to as good as sowing.
No. He actually does want vegetable grain again. Like, that's completely fine.
But I'm gonna sow once at some point. If it's when I have 4 or 5 fields and have Market Woman twice, okay.
That's also fine.
Also,
right. So the question is, do you build?
So I can build fences for 12 here in theory.
What I think I do is I plow a field because John took what you wanted. Your job is to take what he wanted. Because screw that guy.
Yeah, it is very tempting. It means that I have no plow sow action though, in a weird way. I guess I can make my fences denser. No, I only ever take 1 plow that makes points. I mean, I see your point, but, like, let's see. Building a room has some value, I guess.
I think taking your veg is fine, too.
What? I already took veg once. I'm not taking second veg here.
I was saying he should fence here, because if he picks up those sheep, that's a 4-point play for him.
Sure. Yeah. He's got the 12. Might as well fence.
There is a chance that John triggers the Stockman. Like, if I build a room, do I deny John a breeding pair of boars? What does Stockman do?
Yes, you don't deny him a breeding pair of boars because he's got a house goat, so he can't breed into his house.
Aha! Got him.
So I just built 12 fences for 12.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then I build a ruin for my last action if I have to.
Right.
Yeah, you have a lot of options for your last action, which is nice. Shay, what did you get to eat there, sir?
Cheerios and a glass of water. That's all I had. That didn't require prep.
Is it Cheerios with milk or just a bowl of Cheerios?
It's a box of Cheerios, my good man.
Oh wow, you were super hustling over there, huh?
I went upstairs, I found Cheerios, I came back down.
You took care of business, that's what's important. How's Elaine doing? I heard her coughing a lot on one of the previous streams.
She's much better now, so she's not sick anymore.
Oh good.
Yeah, if you go back a week in time, you can see the stream that got canceled because Shadow had that particular plague.
Oh, yikes. Did your kid end up getting it? Or did you get it from the kid, maybe?
We actually all had it twice.
Oh, that's the worst. You just pass it around.
So it like mutated enough after it had been through two people that you were not vulnerable to it again?
That's exactly what happened. And then I gave it to them again because they weren't ready for that strain.
I mean, it's only fair, right, at that point?
Screw them. Well, it's worse because like I can take medicine and the baby can take medicine, but Elaine's pregnant, so she has to take 0 medicine.
Oh, ouch. When's the next one due?
June.
Oh, it's coming up.
Yep.
And is are you guys like good at 2, or you think you're gonna keep going?
She wants 3 because she's a pragmatist. She assumes that 1 won't give her a kid. Well, she assumes 2 won't give her a kid. Her actual story is that 1 will be gay, 1 will get hit by a bus, the other one will give her grandkids, and that's all she cares about. So she wants 3.
Just to make sure the seed gets passed along.
Just make sure.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of crazy stuff can happen.
All right, so does John build his things to slow down Randy?
No, the plow came back to him, so he took that.
Oh yeah, he definitely takes plow. I would slam that 5 points so fast.
Oh, which means Randy gets to take the sheep?
Unless Ed takes them for some strange reason.
Ed already took the boar. He's got. If Ed doesn't grow, I mean.
Ed is supposed to grow here, yes.
Yeah.
Like, I let him grow. I didn't put any pressure on him. And I am rewarded with 3 sheep.
It would be really funny if he didn't grow and just screwed both of you, though.
Disagree.
Rob Murray has that story.
Oh, I meant as me, the observer, watching the game. It would be funny.
So yeah, there's nothing else going on here. I just take these sheep.
Absolutely. Whew, look at all those points. 26.
So kid number 2 going to make WBC debut at like 6 weeks old. Sylvia came at similar age, right?
She was also born in June. So yes.
There you go.
Yep, Sylvia will get left behind because the grandmother is moving into town. She just put a contract on the house in town.
Oh, nice.
So we can leave Sylvia with her. But you can't leave a 4-week-old with the grandmother.
Right.
So all right, I'm going to go join their chat, and I'm going to give the rundown.
We'll be right there.
Well, I won't.
Be back soon. Bye.
See ya.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hello. Hey, guys.
How are things?
Man, this game got interesting.
Yeah.
It is a really interesting game, I will say that.
All right, so let's take a look at John's board first. I'm going to
I
pull
have
up
2 actions left.
I'm still thinking about my last action.
Oh, good. That gives me time to pull up the game on my own side. 2338384.
Probably wrong. I'm going to play the Village Elder.
Oh, interesting.
Which one is that? Most improvements?
Village
Yep.
Elder.
Oh, and you got 5.
And everyone has like 4. I like it.
Yep. I'm up by 1, but
But 2 wood was a thing, right? Like, you need wood.
yeah, it's good, and I think I can probably manage to get a tie for these points.
Oh, points.
It really is 4 to 4 to 4 to 5.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right. 2 actions for John.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of them is eat a vegetable. Or get a vegetable, not eat a vegetable.
You didn't want to do that before the sow?
No, because then you sow before I sow.
It actually worked. Yeah. I mean, absolutely true. Like, Shadow was like, John's going to sow first pick. You're going to have to sow first if you want to sow. I'm like, maybe, but I really want 4 wood. Shadow was, of course, correct. I think it worked out fine, though. The only reason I got 3 sheep out of it. 4 wood into 3 sheep into fences into 3 sheep is, I'm fine with not sowing there.
They want you to mute curse.
Oh, I don't know how. Right, I've muted my mic to curse. I don't know how to turn off the outbound from curse. Right, we're listening to Roble, which he has no idea. Maybe he'll say something embarrassing.
So the way you do is just pull it up, and you can. There's a mute microphone and mute sound. So just click them both.
It's really hard to get max points on cattle. Like, I got a breeding pair pretty early, and they still end up 1 shy of being max points, I think, right? Isn't it 6 cows?
Yeah, you need 6.
Yeah. So, like, I'll end up with 2, 3 here, 4, 5. So.
All right. Are we there yet, or we still have to wait for John's 12 actions?
I'll wait for my last action. I'm debating whether I
Is it
eat a grain and grab 2 wood, or whether I grab bottom feed for 5 food.
was your first action build some stables, or no?
No, my first action was grab a vegetable.
Gotcha.
Vegetable.
So I think I will grab 2 wood and eat one of the grain I'm coming back with. That's cool.
What 2 wood are you taking?
The 2, not the one that gives you 1 wood. I'm getting 5 wood next turn. Okay, I'm done. Eric can comment.
No,
Eric
we figured
can't
out how to
comment.
get him here.
Right.
I think we're back
So
to Shadow.
Yeah, we're ignoring him. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at things. All right.
You
So,
like how I cleverly got myself off the hook there.
oh, that's right. My bad, Randy. Run it. Not as clever as you had thought, sir.
All right. Sorry, feeding and breeding. So, John has done very naughty things with the magician slowly but steadily over the course of the game. I've been very impressed with that. He's set up to stockman for all of his animals. He's managed to push the swing plow button twice. So, lots of good things going on. I don't know where the rest of his points are coming from. I mean, his 9 wood is, I guess that's stockman with 3 left over. He still kind of needs fences. Can't help but wonder in the back of my mind if there's a constable that's been hiding for the whole game. I guess there shouldn't be. Like, we never saw
We were
constable.
wondering in the back of our mind if there was a mansion hiding for the game on your side. Any comments?
No. Why would I comment?
Hey, just checking. Go ahead.
I will say, though, that he can't have a constable based on what I would have seen it in the draft. That is, I never saw Charcoal Burner or Magician, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a constable.
But won't he have seen... Oh, no, you're correct. Yep.
But anyway, John's board, I mean, I like a lot of the things that he's got going on. I don't know where he goes. Like, his farm looks surprisingly almost done for there being 3 rounds left. I guess he's still got time to accumulate stuff. Like fences and animals. Yeah, no, he's just in good shape.
A fair bit of renovation.
Yeah, I mean, Renos are going to happen eventually. It's basically get stuff for Reno and Reno.
Premature agriculation over there.
I like what Ed's done with animals. The stables actually worked out. It felt like a lot of stables at the time, but it has kind of worked out. The problem is, unless he's got like a hide farmer or something, there's all these unused spaces in it, and he's got no wood on his board. Spinning is going to make it hard to get wood. John's desire for wood is going to make it hard to get wood. So
You said John's desire for wood. Sorry.
you need wood. You get wood for sheep. Wait, that's a different game. I am content with how things have worked out for me. Like, all this free stone has been fun. The fences all just came together all of a sudden. 4 wood into 4 wood into 4 wood into 12 fences. That felt pretty good. And I do have resources for any number of things sitting on my board. A Basket Maker's Workshop has been great too. Like, just the 3 food per harvest while sitting on 3 guys is just... I basically haven't run out. Like, Well and Goose Pond and Basket Maker's Workshop have meant I just haven't had to take food actions, which has been nice. I mean, I have had to take reed actions. Like, I took an extra reedstone food in the 4 reed, but that BMW has just done great to sort of grease everything and make it all come together. Nick's engine is awesome. Like, I love cooking hearth spices with gardener so that the veggies are never ending. That has certainly been fun. Now the question is, can he get enough wood for a big fences build to actually like build out the rest of his farm? And I was a little bit surprised he didn't take the boar to throw in his forest pasture, because he took start player Spinny in a spot where he could have taken breeding pair of boars, which the boar Ed needed to eat the boars. Maybe they would have come back if Ed wasn't so hungry, but I don't know. Last round was super interesting. The whole game's been interesting. I'm curious to see how it plays out from here.
Sounds good. All right, Randy, I'll see you on the other side.
All right. And back. All right.
Okay, I'm back over here. So Nick gets to start with 6 wood or
Whatever flows.
family growth.
Is it family growth?
Yeah, John getting 6 wood would be really good for him.
Well, 5 wood with the Spinny. That's what John was expecting to get 5 wood, which is why he took the
So
other 2 wood.
you were almost correct in your analysis, but John could have seen a constable without picking it.
Oh, Nick could have one? You're right.
Yeah.
Nick could be holding a constable, but John is not holding a constable. John's also can't be holding the what was the sleeping corner either, because we've seen both the miners he took before it.
Well, now, right? Yeah.
No, but I mean, at the time you read him for sleeping corner, he had a house goat and a swing plow that we hadn't seen.
Well, so sleeping corner was just for me to edge you into taking sow. Like, he was just going to sow with his and I needed to come up with reasons for why you would think that might be a case. Like, he was just sowing.
I'm still content with where I'm at.
Okay. We still need a plow. We need another bed.
Yeah, I need.
We might need to grow a room. I think we want to grow a room with our first action.
Agreed. Yeah, I want to grow rooms. I want to make sure I don't get constable. Stockman doesn't block me.
So here's a funny story. You have the ability to go ahead, like, so if I'm you, I grow a room, I take the clay oven, and I family growth. And that should put you up in the race for Village Elder, right?
Yeah.
And you're also not that far off for the race for Reeve.
Funny. What is the Reeve count at? It's
at
5? I'm at 3.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm at 4. Interesting.
Nick's at 4 too. It's actually kind of a race.
My ox don't do anything though.
Okay.
My miners though, I'm still holding a chicken coop and a granary. Granary is 8, 10, 12.
That's what I'm saying.
Granary.
Those aren't great now.
Yeah, it's a point at this point. So none of those are great.
A point and towards 3. What's really good is that they've given you something to work towards. So your picture is showing up on Skype, which means it hears you. You might want to mute Skype.
I have muted it.
You have? Okay, it just showed up for no good reason then.
Yep. confirmed. Muted.
All right, so John grabbed all the wood.
Yeah, we're just sitting on Ed.
Yeah, that was a big play for him. He really needed that. Yeah, good thing the spinny sort of alley-ooped him on that play there, right?
Yep. So John might build a room with his next action.
I'm building a room with my first action. That is what's happening.
Good job.
Like, John isn't going to build a room. John is going to trigger Stockman by building 3 stables. Maybe with a room.
And a room.
He could build a room in addition, but then, like, his fences get shitty.
Yeah, that seems silly. Give him too many points doing that.
Come on, Ed.
I mean, I feel like Ed needs to plow, right?
Yeah. I feel like Ed needs to make a decision. Yeah, plow looks right to me.
Also, he's
looking at his face on start.
Building fences.
Yeah, well, were you watching this game at the beginning? Because, like, Randy was shut out of taking wood for, like, the first 7 turns.
It was crazy.
What? That's weird.
It was weird. I had to first pick 3 wood in round 5 or 6 just so that when I used Social Climber to Reno, I would have the 1 wood for the well. Like, yeah, Reno had come out, and I had Social Climber, and I was ready to Reno well, except I didn't have the 1 wood because I'd taken no wood actions the entire game.
So was your plan all along to get the Reno to stone with the Stonehut extension, or was that just like, well, I couldn't build this 3rd room, so I guess I'll just do it this way?
It was totally opportunistic.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I kept getting squeezed out of wood, and then Reno flipped first. Once Reno flipped first, I was kind of looking at my hand, and I think Shadow saw it before I did, but it was only after Reno flipped, and we were looking for
Hey, Randy, it's your turn.
Yeah, how to tempo the Social Climber. So what did he take?
Starting player Millstone?
Oh, that's so good for you, Randy.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that means...
Happy to be going second. So good. Building a room.
I guess that means you get Plowstone next time?
Or 5th baby. I'll take either one. I guess I'd rather have Plowso, but I'll take either.
I mean, I assume he would take Plowso since he has no fields or grain or vegetables, right?
Which means Randy wants to take a veg with one of his actions here.
Why?
Because that way your Plowso is max.
4th field, so then you can plant the vegetable in it.
Oh, you're saying he's not going to take Plowso. The fact that he has no plow, no fields at all, made me think maybe he would. But yeah, maybe.
Well, Plowso for him is a 2-point action, maybe if he gets another field, whereas the baby is a guaranteed 3, and he gets the extra action.
Good point. I'm playing a boar.
Did you build your room?
I did, and Nick has now done something. Nick built.
That sounds like Nick doing something.
He built pottery.
Yeah, pottery. So he's up to 6.
He just took pottery? Check.
He took major improvement for pottery.
Yeah.
What's your minor here? It's board. Oh, I think your minor is going to... No. Your minor is going to be chicken coop.
I don't have any wood. Oh, with clay. Yeah, it can be chicken coop. You're right. It's chicken coop.
With clay, because then you use the stone in order, and the 1 clay you have left over for a stone oven.
It's all coming together. The old turn 12 chicken coop. I never see it coming.
Well, it's unfortunate because it takes away his read.
Ugh, yeah. This is like -1 food for this chicken coop.
What a shitty chicken coop.
I mean, I can take a resource grab here, in theory. So I have growth, but no one else can grow. So
so don't do that yet.
So what's my other action?
Veg.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about taking veg too is it blocks fear from taking it, which helps
Makes
push
you
him
more likely to
towards
get
the. Yeah, it helps push you towards getting Plowso.
And then am I really taking the -1 food chicken coop? I am, huh?
Because it might help you get to the 3 points for that Nick put down, and it's your turn. So you've already taken your veg.
I mean, I have tentatively taken the veg. I just have to hit end turn. It's got to be right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like it's.
Yep.
It's 2 points and it turns into 4 points. If I get a Plowso. Yeah, resource grab.
Seems good.
Yep.
Resource grab is terrible. Boar breeding doesn't sound absurd.
Yeah, I mean, I would be realistic with going after the village elder because you're one away, and if you don't have anything else in your hand, you're going to play, and he's probably going to put one more thing down if he played the card, right?
Well, I do have other things in my hand I can play, and I have stone, and I can get stone oven. Like I should get one of these ovens. That's just a thing I should do. In fact, it's possible I was supposed to build clay oven there instead of taking veg. That's probably not.
Nope.
True. Veg
That would have been wrong.
Yeah, okay. Veg is better. Fine.
Is there anything else in your hand that you can play and get into play? Because Nick probably also has that other one, feed pellets.
Yeah, I have corn scoop, and they all take wood, but hypothetically, yes. Corn scoop for 1 wood, wooden crane.
Yeah, right, but you have one action. You have one action to get it out. It's your family growth action this round. So no.
The only playable miners off this family growth are boar breeding and chicken coop out of clay, eating a reed. I mean, it's not like we're about to harvest. I can take a 3 clay grab.
And you can take a 3 reed grab, like if you need to, or you take a reedstone food grab for funsies, and then you take because a reedstone food grab actually lets you get both ovens if you want them, if you take a clay grab later.
Sure.
Yeah, I put out chicken coop. Look, it's a point, and it gets you towards the thing. Like, look how many points you have, and you've got a lot coming to you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're going to run out of point scoring moves pretty much, right?
Still need 2 animal types. But yes.
Because, I mean, you
after
have more breeding in your hands, so you just need to pick up a cow, and then you're done with animals.
Which is why he might want to even consider going down the occupation route. Ed's going to be busy. You can play the clay deliveryman.
Yeah, him and the chicken coop. Round 12. That's how you get things done in this game.
All right. Nick took 4 clay since I took my veggie. Then John also took 4 clay. Then Ed took 3 wood.
They all want ovens.
Well, John wants the Reno, I would imagine.
Whatever. I
Sure.
family growth here. There's no question I'm using my last action to family growth. If I was going to do something clever, it was with the previous action. So
I mean, I think Nick just took the clay because he's got pottery, and it's like 8 food.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
right.
4 food and a point, but yes.
Also that. Oh, that fishing is actually getting to a point where it's pretty tasty now.
6 food is.
Yep, not for Randy.
It's like 2 more.
I don't have any way to eat animals. All right, I made a baby in a chicken coop.
So, does Randy start with 2 cows next round instead of Plowso?
I was actually just thinking about that.
Wow.
I mean, 4 cows.
2 cows is certainly.
That's basically. They're
3
both
points.
4-point actions, right?
Right. But taking the 2 cows,
Plowso's a 5 point.
like, he can still plow later or sow later. Like, he's running out of actions, and there'll be no action as good as 2 cow. Like, there might be a plow action later. There might be a.
Wait, Plowso's a
Or
6
so.
point action, I think? Plaso is a 6-point action. Cows is a 4-point action.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it is 6.
Awfully hard to pass up.
But so is the same 6, or so is like 4, right?
Yes.
Like you'll wheel so, you will not wheel cows.
True. That's true.
Well, so will be 3 points next round, right?
No,
Because you only have 3 fields right now.
Oh,
Yes. So is only 3.
you're right.
But yeah, you give up the ability to ever have 4 cows, which is pretty substantial, actually.
Right, but he can do 2 cows and then start player boar breeding and set up to plow sow in the last action. Plow
Yeah,
sow
like
to
that.
start next round.
That sounds
I like that a lot.
Yeah, that line sounds great.
Because then you can plow sow everything. You can put all 5 of them into the ground.
Yep, backs it up.
I feel like if we don't win, the 3 of our knowledge combined, it's pretty bad, right? Clearly rigged.
By the way, I don't actually have a way to feed my people on the next harvest. Just while we're planning to max my points out, I should avoid begging.
Well, you're going to take like that Reedstone food, right? Like next round.
Let's see. 1 Reedstone food is good enough. 1
Or
Reedstone
a free
food is
reed.
Yeah. Or you just take that 7 food if that's still around.
It is. So, but I lead 2 cows.
Yeah. Take those cows first.
No, you take 2 cows. Those are yours.
Remember that whole thing we talked about?
I'm just trying to poke and see if I can cause problems. I mean, if I can
Yeah.
find flaws. I have taken the cows.
Well,
And
right. Well, Nick wants to start with the boars. You might be able to wheel the cows. No, people are going to eat them.
I did not wheel. I took the cows. I mean, I floated a plow, so is the crazy part in all this. Like, start player boar breeding is nice, but I do have to get... If I start player boar breeding, then I'm at 3 food. So Reedstone food actually gets me to 7. I have to eat a raw grain.
Reedstone food could let you buy a stone oven if you want it.
Right, buying an oven is... Oh, I can't buy an oven with my current resources, can I? But Reedstone food...
That's why Reedstone food is on the team.
yeah.
Sure. Nick is going to take the plow, so...
You better. With all those gardeners and shit.
Yo. He just has to decide whether he wants to plant the grain or the veggie.
His food engine's strong enough. I think he goes green for the points.
Well, they're both 1 point.
Yeah, I suppose so. And then that gives him extra food options if he needs it, and then it lets him hold on to the extra clay from pottery. And he's up to 4 people now.
Yeah, he planted the veggie.
Yeah.
John took the 7 food from fishing.
Whew, man, he
Raising
snapped
him
that
up
up quick.
to 7 food.
From
That
0.
is weird that he didn't. That's weird that he didn't take the 2 boars.
He has 1 boar.
Yeah, it's 1 less boar, but it gives him the breeding. I mean, 1
Yeah.
less food, but
It's 1 less
I
food.
mean, maybe
but
he-
compared-
He figures he's gonna wield the boar, I guess.
I can't take a 3rd breeding pair.
Nick can with a free action.
Yeah, Nick's got the
The forest path.
boar. Yeah, forest pasture. So that seems like his clear move. Yeah, I don't know what John.
People love to take giant pile of bottom feeding food rather than animals that eat for the same. It's kind of crazy.
Well, it was 1 less food, but still. Yeah, I like breeding pairs a lot better.
Well, his stockman action gives him a breeding pair. He has a breeding pair already. He just has to
yeah.
take the stockman action.
What's Fear thinking about over here?
Couldn't tell you. So I can start player with boar breeding, or I can read stone food.
So Fear should either plow or take start player. Like those are his options. Or I guess he can take 3 stone to set himself up to Ren.
How do you feel about 3 wood? Because that's what he took.
He took 3 wood?
Yep.
That was not amongst my options.
Does it make you feel better
I mean, you
if
didn't
tell
have to
you
do that.
It was 2 wood plus 1 from the woodcutter? Does that make it better?
That makes it worse.
Instead of
that makes it worse.
Well, the 3 from the spinny makes them all 2 wood squares, but yes. There was a trio
but
of
yeah,
3.
all right, whatever.
He could have taken a 3-point plow, and instead he took wood that no one was going to take.
I'm supposed to do this.
All right, so here you
breeding, right?
Yeah, you start with boar breeding.
Yep.
And then you read stone food, and then you take a stone oven.
Yeah, if the major gets blocked, I'm annoyed, though.
You're only slightly annoyed.
Well,
read stone food gets you enough food. Read stone food gets you all the food you need.
No, it doesn't.
It gets 4.
You're at 4. It gets you to 5 plus 3 is 8.
Are you familiar with the card boar breeding? It has a
well, that's your fault.
Food.
Oh, sure.
I mean, I think it's still right.
Awkward.
Like, I can eat a raw grain. It doesn't really change much.
So don't you just major first then, and then take reedstone food?
I don't.
Because major might get blocked. No one wants reedstone food.
I don't have the stone.
Are you familiar with the cost of stone ovens, sir?
Damn it! I can't see all the cards. I'm not playing.
All right, I went start player board breeding. Bis Plauso is just infinite points. Yeah, I need.
Yeah, I wouldn't give that up.
I need either reedstone food or 3 reed to survive the harvest. I can eat raw grain if I have to. My preference is obviously to build an oven.
So Nick should take 3 stone here to make sure he can Ren.
That makes a lot of sense.
John doesn't need reedstone food at all. And neither will Ed, so reedstone food should float to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but someone could take major.
Yeah, I can definitely get blocked on the oven. I don't think I can get blocked on one of the 2 reed squares. And realistically,
if you get blocked on oven, just take. If you get blocked on oven, just take veg grain again.
Right.
Yeah. 3 food. That's what that spot says, right? 3 food.
Nick took the breeding pair of boars. John took reedstone food. So I did get blocked on reedstone food.
Oh, snaked. Yeah, he wanted the 4 stone so he could, get his Reno. That makes sense.
Yep.
And then Ed took day laborer, 2 food, 3 stone. So,
That's a good action.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's a bad action.
I mean, it's not objectively good. It just
He's going to get locked out of Renoing.
Because there's only 2 left. Yeah, and it's going to go... Is there a Reno
Nick's going to grab... Right, Ed should have actually taken the 3 stone to make sure he gets to Reno.
But he can Reno this round.
No, well, so there's 4 people on a Ren and 3 Rens left, and Ed's last to do all of them.
Yeah, well, John has to Ren this round.
John is going to Ren with his next action.
Yeah, and so Nick needs to take stone, and John needs to Ren as their next 2 actions to block him out.
Right, we know the next 2 actions.
Yeah, 3 stone would have been better. Yeah, you're right.
Since we know the next 2 actions, is it safe for Randy to take 2 clay?
Good lord.
He could also just take the 3 stone. Although, no, because if he takes the 3 stone, then Nick can get in his way.
Yeah. 2 clay, that's a strong action.
Good lord.
If it was 3 clay, it would feel so much better.
Yes.
What do you want me to do?
I haven't told you to do anything yet. You're going to do whatever you want. Eric and I are kibitzing.
Oh yeah, we're just having a chat, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Why did I let you talk me into this stupid chicken coop?
All we're saying is clay would be real good, solve a lot of your problems.
Yeah, guess where my clay went? Same place my reed went. That makes me need to take a reed here.
There was just a way you could get some clay.
You're telling me the clay? I'm not going to get beat to this clay oven?
I mean, if anyone beats you to the clay oven, they're giving up their reno.
How is Nick giving up his reno? What am I missing? Nick needs to take 3 stone, is your claim?
Yeah.
But does he have to do it with his next action? The answer is no.
Right. If Nick just goes major clay oven, I'm completely boned. Especially if somebody figures out to take 3 reed.
Well, just take your reed then. Your reed is the safest play you got, so take it. Like you're already winning.
I'm already at 40 points. I'm set up for a plow sow that's worth approximately 37 points. I'm just taking 3 reed. It's 6 food and a point. Well, 6 food or a point.
It's basically 6 food.
Yeah, I think the corn storehouse may have just been a mistake. Because it took me off of an oven.
The chicken coop, you mean?
Sorry, yes, the chicken coop. Kind of Freudian that I call it a corn storehouse. It's been that bad.
Wow, come on. Nothing's as bad as the corn storehouse. You don't mean that.
Yep, and next turn, I want to play 1 or 2 cards onto play, and then I want to play, I want to get my stone or clay oven.
To prove we
so you should take 2 clay with.
For the record, to prove we can't correctly predict Nick, he took 2 wood. John then did Reno feed pellets.
Oh, good. He had the feed pellets.
Yes.
All right. You're still on team Let's Win Village Elder.
Sure.
Or tie.
Well, if you were able to read stone food, you'd have the ability to get both ovens, sort of. We don't have the ability to get either right now.
Yes. So it's 5 to 6 to 5. Nick is up 1.
Right, but you could also tie Ed on the occupation track.
So many possibilities.
Well, the fact that you have 4 and Nick has 4 means that you have the ability to play 1 next turn, and Nick will follow, and then the 3 of you get 3 points.
Everyone wins. Or Nick takes 2 wood. You don't know. You don't know.
You don't. But anytime you're winning and they let you tie for one of those, it's even more winning.
Yeah.
All right.
Plus what other actions you have next turn? You have nothing to do next turn.
There's 3 stone randomly on the board.
I don't know that helps you. Is it your turn again?
It is my turn.
Yeah.
John took the Reno. Nick can Reno if and only if I let the 3 stone get through to him.
Yeah, I don't think you care about what Nick's doing. You don't care what any of them are doing, just get the most points for you.
Well, food is my problem. I'm currently eating 2 raw grain.
Well, then you definitely want veg grain.
Is that better or worse than traveling players for 3? It's just got to be better, right?
Well, it depends. Do you want John to get 4 food and a grain?
Probably not.
It's a fine point. I mean, I could take a clay grab is the other crazy thing I could do.
Yes. Clay is a bit crazy, though. The thing is that if you grab grain, veg, or 3 points, you will have grain left over to make into your stone oven.
Yep.
Because you'll actually have to eat, because you'll eat 1 raw veg and 1 raw grain, leaving you with a sow for 9 9 grain, and 4 veg, and still have 2 grain left over, and the stone for the stone oven to start next round.
Oh, and
So what he's saying is you got the tiebreaker all locked down when you make that move.
Wow, look,
Well,
just
no, he
worried
needs
about
the food. Yeah. I mean, veg, grain, grain is the same thing as 3 food for you. So you pick whichever one you are worried about. Like, neither of them are going to take veg. John will take traveling players, and you don't take traveling players to grow. So you take traveling players.
You take traveling players, not veg, grain, grain?
It's the same thing, and John might take veg, grain, grain, might take traveling players. He's not taking grain. Although he's got cooking corner, so it's nearly the same thing for him.
I'm taking veg, grain, grain.
And he has speed pellets. He might want that veggie.
Oh, snap.
I'm taking veg, grain, grain.
Okay. You only need 2 food, and this gives you an extra grain. Yeah, this is right.
Yeah, I'd rather wind up with a grain left over than a food left over. Given that I'm hoping to build an oven. It's actually only Ed that can beat me to the oven.
I mean, he's looking like he's going to reno.
He's hoping to run.
I mean, if Nick grabs 4...
It depends whether Nick takes the
So here's
stone here.
I think Nick
If
wants
Nick
to take
takes
6
3
wood next
stone-
round.
Yeah. If Nick takes 3 stone, then he might reno into the joinery, reno into the stone oven.
No, he doesn't have enough stone for that. He can reno into the clay oven.
Not if he takes 3 stone.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh yeah. Reno clay oven, right? Yeah, he needs the stone to renovate it. Turns out. Well, I'm bad at this game. I don't really know how it works.
Fine.
Nick took the stone.
Aha.
Yeah, Ed left himself way too open there.
Nick even let it table an extra time. Still got it.
He really wanted that 2 food, man. It was worth it. So worth it.
And John's final action was... Oh, the stable play. Stable, stockman. Of course. We should have known that.
Yep.
I kind of knew it earlier, and then I forgot.
To be fair,
We
he
played
did
a
hit
lot.
Constable.
All right, I'm eating...
We played the last round with open mic. Have you friended me yet on Skype?
Yeah, friend of
Randy will have to move. Randy will have to move everything around, but that's not my problem.
Unless there's another Shadow that lives in North Carolina, I'm pretty sure we're friends.
Already?
What?
Oop.
I sent you a message on Skype too. It says Agricola. And that's it.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Come on, Shadow. I could call you or something.
Wow. I accept, but
Pardon?
all right, I'm going live on the other chat, Randy.
Yeah, there's no way. I'm not catching up to you.
Hello?
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Eric.
Welcome, Eric.
Yes, I'm here.
Do you have a camera you can turn on?
Yeah, maybe. It's in my hand. Let's see. I'm plugging it in.
Oh god.
I'll put on pants later. This is more important.
Story of my life.
Can you see anything right now?
Nope.
Yeah, your camera's on.
Have you a white vague figure in a blue sea?
Yeah, unimportant though.
Oh, I'm wearing blue. I'm wearing a blue shirt.
Sure.
Did you feed Nick?
I'm working on it. I'm trying to decide if I'm eating clay or not. I don't think I am. I think I'm fine on food. Yeah, I've got infinite. No, I don't have infinite food, but I've got really close. So I eat a sheep, and then I rebreed that sheep, and my wild pigs breed out in the wild.
What's making that weird
unassisted by
noise? Is that me?
humans.
No, that's my house is making.
Yeah, I just saw you look up, and you're like, Yeah, are there like spaceships at your house or something?
I think so. Why don't you go through your opinion of what's happening here, man?
All right, we'll worry about the mic thing later.
The
All right, so we're gonna start at John's beautiful farm. It looks like John could score some constable points, so that's good. Unfortunately, that seemed. Well, he's got a Reno coming, so that'll be good. I don't see a lot of other points for him though, because those fences are really tiny.
He's got a sow possibly in his future too.
Yeah, that'll be 2 points for this though. Yeah. It's looking pretty okay-ish. I think you needed some more charcoal burner activations. I think that was what tanked things for you. Not enough charcoal burner. All right.
Did he get a lot of charcoal burner procs?
Yes.
It got 4. I mean, it averages like 9, right? So 4 is pretty bad.
I think I got 5.
He got 5.
Okay, that's not bad. All right. So Mr. Fear, desperately trying to grab wood. It looks like.
Story of my life yet again.
Acquitted. Yeah. So we're talking about when you built the 4 stables that might have been a little too ambitious because that sort of set you back pretty far in terms of building your fences. I get why you did it because you had the woodcutter and you could. You figured you'd get a lot of wood later, but then people kind of.
I also have Lord of the Manor and was trying to shoot the moon, but as he's going to do 1 or 2 points. But
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the lack of wood is a pretty big problem. So hopefully you can grab a couple and finish off your fences.
Yep.
Also, no grain, no vegetable.
And that
you do have a very nice.
The day laborer should have been the 3 stone by itself to make sure he could run. Unfortunately, he made sure that he doesn't get to run.
But he got the 2 food, and that's what counts, right?
It's fair.
Yeah, I think he actually needed the 2 food.
Oh, he's got 5 right now, so I don't know.
I could have eaten more animals. I have none right now.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of animals from your that was one nice thing is.
Oh, fair enough. But yeah, you see what happened, right, Ed? That the fact that you left 3 stone means Nick cut line in front of you for the reno. You're not going to get to renovate.
Probably true.
But it does mean he gets to start with 5 wood next time, so maybe that's good.
Right, to an extent, it's 6 wood for me because of the woodcutter. I make up for the 1 there, so
like
yeah, good enough. That will really help.
I do like what you did here with the wildlife reserve and the stables, though, to get breeding pairs of both boar and cattle. That was pretty nice. I'm not sure what the deal is with this academic. Like, what is he doing here?
He's winning the Reeve.
He's easily winning the Reeve, and he allowed me to put the quarry down early. There was just no use for it, and Randy pulled out a well really early, so that was sort of a back of my mind idea. But yeah, it didn't.
Yeah, you were trying to race out quarry, but I started taking stone stuff faster than you were ready for.
True.
All right, so you had really big, grandiose plans at the beginning of this game, and I respect that.
If I'm gonna beat these guys, I had to go heavy. Put it that way.
Oh yeah, totally. So Randy did his plow sow already, it looks like?
Yeah, I'm about to hit end turn on my first move of round 14, which is in fact plow sow.
Well, that's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
48 points. He's got 2 more in breeding that puts him up to 50. Yeah, there's not a lot of prediction left in this game, by the way, because everyone's scores are are right in front of us, and we know everyone's going to score about 2 points for the rest of their moves. So Stone Card with the social climber getting the early well. and Reed Collector. A lot of nice synergy there. The Plowman works really well with what you've done here, just because it's hard for you to get in plows because you're busy doing all this other stuff with the stone. And then that takes care of sort of gives you a lot of free actions.
I stand by my first pick of the draft. I took Plowman over Reeve. Shadow and I parted ways out of the blocks.
The Market Woman was really nice too, because you missed getting to sow in round 11, but you could just take green vegetable, which is pretty much just as good, especially since you had the 5 fields from the Plowman. So that all worked really well, and Goose Pond's just good, right?
Yeah, Market Woman third I was really happy with. I don't know what these guys... I guess Charcoal Burner went first out of that pack. I don't know what Nick took.
I mean, there's a lot
that's actually my pack.
Yeah, so I took Magician out of that pack.
It's actually Patron, Magician, something, her.
Oh, right. I went second pick Social Climber, third pick Plowman. Or sorry, first pick Plowman, Social Climber. Oh, Reed Collector third, Market Woman fourth. Yeah. I was...
Nick, what did you take out of my pack? Do you remember? Wait, let me look. I might be able to tell.
It might be the Organic Farmer.
Yeah, it was. It was the Organic Farmer. That's what you took.
Yeah, there's a lot of really powerful cards in this draft, so it's kind of just fun watching this game in general. So let's see, Nick's board. Nick really needs fences to cash in on this Organic Farmer. Give him potentially like 3... Oh, I guess you get the... Oh yeah, he's got the old Forest Pasture Organic Farmer combo, which is a point right there. Love it. And then you got stables here, so you can get a point for each of those if you can fence them in, and then some more fences would be really nice for some big points there. You're really working with the gardener here. I love that.
And you're up to go whenever you want to, Nick.
You're probably getting the village elder points. I don't think anyone can pass you. They might be able to tie you.
Yeah, and I think I'm getting another improvement anyway, because I'm not renovating with my first pick.
What are you doing?
I'm taking 6 wood is what I'm doing.
Ah, got it.
I see that. Yeah, I mean, with the Organic Farmer, that probably makes sense.
Sure.
I mean, and your reno is only 3 points, right? Whereas Fears.
Yeah, and I thought that means I'll just get mine in a smaller pasture and deal with the downside of that. But,
fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone scores more points doing it that way. So that's
like I took the 3 stone to make them reno early, and if they don't, I get to reno, and if they don't reno, then maybe I get to build something out of stone,
nice.
like a stone oven.
I'll buy that.
Yep. I mean, the stone oven's 3 points. The reno is 3 points. I mean,
Yeah,
it looks
exactly.
like
It's just an extra action because I also get to build an improvement or my fences when I reno. So I'd rather reno. You guys can't let it keep slipping down the line.
Oh, you never know.
All right, John, you're up.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking. I mean, here either I don't have an improvement to play on the Reno improvement. I don't have fences I can play on the other one. So naked Reno is 4 points.
No one Reno, guys. Just
The
don't even
ever-sliding
bother about
renovation.
Reno.
And then it's whose neck do you step on?
Yeah, I mean, if I Reno fences, I'm stepping on both Ed and Nick's necks.
And I've already grown.
Yeah, so probably Nick's the worst because Ed would then follow by fencing, leaving Nick with a lot of wood and no fences to build.
Which may not be what you want to do, John.
Well, I'd love to step on Randy's neck, but Randy's got an iron collar on of a 15-point lead, so really not a lot I can do.
John,
What?
you may not want to do that. For your own benefit, you may not want to do that.
Well, so, I mean, the other option for me is to grab 4 clay so that let you guys both Reno and then I grab the stone oven. But that's 3 points instead of 4. That doesn't add an extra action. Doesn't really seem like it's worth it.
Do you need the food?
Yeah, the food's pretty good. Well, so I'm going to get 3 food from eating the pig and 1 food from the house goat. So I'm just 3 food down. Traveling players has 4. There are a bunch of spots on the board where I can pick up animals to eat. So I'm not feeling food pressure, really.
Well, I mean, you get food from the oven.
I do. So it's effectively net no food or it's equal number of actions.
Fair. Yeah.
And I've got 3 and 1.
Oh shit! I'm here.
No, you're not.
Terrifying.
I have no idea what is up with Eric, but that's pretty much my normal state. So
He has a camera. It's very exciting.
There's this button
awesome.
on Skype you have to press, and it says like turn the camera on. And I
He
didn't
got
do
a
that.
bicycle.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Hey, look. Check it out.
Wait, okay, so I'm doing math wrong, which is because Reno would be 4 stone. So I'm never going to be able to Reno stone oven. Because that would take an additional stone.
I don't know.
Right.
So I don't know what you guys think Randy's next move is.
I've been wondering
That's not
that
stone
too.
oven. That's anything besides stone oven.
With 2 grain and 3 stone and 1 clay,
The exact resources you need.
And no food.
and nothing else to do with his actions.
Just saying, you guys.
I'm just saying.
Just saying, John.
I was
Well,
kind
I
of
can't.
waiting.
I
to,
can't grab stone oven
it
this
out.
turn anyway.
Right.
It doesn't matter. So
No one can grab.
and I'm not going to get. It's not going to pass the other 3 of you because all 3 of you could build it, even if Randy doesn't. So I think
Doesn't
I
make
got
a butt ton of sense for me to build it. Let's put it that way.
no, it doesn't. Other than it's killing Randy at 3 points.
Yeah, that's really where my goal should be right now.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just saying.
Well, look.
You could also family grow, John.
Yeah, and then I don't get anything. That just seems bad overall. I mean, what else do I do with the 4 stone if I bleh.
Fair.
I just don't understand why you haven't renovated yet.
Yeah, and then I still have the choice of which of the 2 renovates do I do. But I don't think I give Ed the chance to both fence and reno. So I will choose.
Better keep a man down there. I
can only
think you
make-
go with whichever one is more points for you.
Either
the
of
same.
them are. That's the
38
problem.
instead of 36.
John, one of them is, but
Ow,
He's
Nick,
saying he
you
doesn't have
gotta
a major to play, so it doesn't.
Yeah, they're the
matter
same
which
points
one
to
he picks.
John. That's the problem.
I don't have any majors or minors to play. I can't build 1 fence.
If they're the same to John, then he does the other one, so I can do the one with the fencing, which costs Nick points.
No, in fact, if I do that,
which costs me points, which costs John points, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, I thought they were even, but okay, maybe I'm. Okay.
Nick is making a threat. I don't know. I actually don't understand Nick's threat either.
yeah.
Okay. Good
I
to
do
know
like
I'm on
Nick
par.
that he's
bro.
threatening people though.
I think I reno and on the reno fences spot.
Yeah, that seems like the obvious play to me, for what it's worth.
I have pulled the trigger. It is now Edward's position
Ooh,
to be
pulling
threatened.
the trigger.
I presume I have to reno.
If you want to reno, you have to reno.
Well, I can't think I have a better path than that. It's not terribly good,
It's
but
hard to beat 4-point actions.
Yeah, I mean fencing is only 3 for you, so
oh, it's actually conceivably like an 8-point action because I can play an improvement, which ties me with
Oh.
Nick,
Nice.
that seems
and
worthwhile.
it's worth value itself. So, I mean, I think that has to be it.
That's exciting.
So
That seems like a good move.
that'll be it. So we'll. And that improvement will be the fireplace. It's back.
Oh,
Oh man,
food and wood for
cash
me.
it in on that charcoal burner.
Ooh, ooh.
I'm in the 30s, boys.
Woo. Big plays.
Strong like a bull.
No hesitation. Stone oven, as predicted / telegraphed. Now I can feed my
What?
people.
I'm shocked.
Food and wood. Woo!
50
Well, I have to
for
build fences.
50. Yes, you do.
Yeah, I jumped to 54 because I also tied Nick on Village Elder.
Dang. Everyone's getting on them points.
Except me.
So I can hold 72 sheep in here. Is that going to prop the organic farmer?
I think that does
that
stack.
is at least 3 or more animals. Yes.
That's awesome.
Is it 1 point for every 3 or over you are?
That's worth 23. Nicely done.
No, but then your
Man.
forest pasture is worth infinite already, Nick. So really doesn't matter. I will family growth even without an available room.
Good choice.
I have 4 actions. Is this where I take the vegetable? Because no one's gonna take the grain for my 2 points.
I mean, I feel like you got the field pretty much locked down.
Sorry?
You got the field locked down. No one else can plow.
Yeah, I got 2 for a field, 2 for. I got a lot of tours here. Got some deuces here.
Yeah, but there's no pressure on the field because we're not allowed to take it. We have no spaces.
He knows.
That's true. Boy, if there's a constable coming from one of you guys, the magnitude by which I will lose this game will be impressive. Let's just leave it at that before anything else. I was so close to doing something great, I tell you. All right, so field, that, and I have an action left. What will we do with it?
I mean, I assume you guys are trying to play improvements too.
Well, yeah, that's. I mean, there's 2 spots left that play improvement. So if I play one, Nick
Are
can
there
play
2?
the other.
What's the
and
other
There's
Nick
only
and
one
I-
spot left, Ed.
Sorry,
There's only
What's the other
spot
one?
left.
start player.
That's the only one.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
That's
other
the
one
first
got
one.
tooked. So
Yeah.
if I get start player and play an improvement, it's mine.
Yes.
And the Reeve, talk about that combo, bitches. Okay. Yeah, we'll oh, and it's worth a victory point. Jesus Christ, look at that. The clutch turn 14 raft.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. Dude, you can go to fishing and get 2 food now.
I know.
Tech
Look at that. And I need it. Yeah. You joke, but I think I'm on pace to have the exact same score as last week. I think another 40 is coming up, boys.
Randy, I think it's time.
Yeah, I play Brushmaker, right?
I was play delivery.
Oh, yeah.
You prefer Clay Delivery Man here?
Yeah.
It is hypothetically possible. No, it's not possible for me to actually eat any boar from here, is it?
No.
It's not looking good.
Yeah, I play Knock.
Doesn't seem like it.
How many ox you got there, Randy?
Same as you.
Oh, so I do have a take 3 points from Randy action if I want.
Well, I suspect
I also
Nick...
now have a take 3 points for me action.
Yeah, Nick
Like
can
just
tie
playing
both
off.
of us. We can all 3 get 3 points if Nick plays an Ock here.
Point of personal pride for me is really what I'm saying. But all right, that's
I just like the way my score keeps yo-yoing from 51 up to 54 and back down to 51 again.
I'm going to take... Wait, no, cancel. No. I take a cow and do not release it into the wild. I put it in my home.
Go free, Bessie. Go free. He's just being a humanitarian action. Can't win, so might as well open the cages and let him loose.
Dude, you gotta get those sheep next. There's 3 of them. Let those suckers loose.
I have room for them.
Oh, that's true. Randy has a 1 point action. There's 3 sheep available.
Yep.
Shit, I'm not gonna be able to keep all these animals. Someone never let me fence, so I'm gonna have to. I'm not releasing anything. I'm chowing down on some shit, but still.
I'm gonna sow bake and get a lot of stuff in.
All right, so I'm just doing a veggie, a grain, and a plow here. I think is what it is. So sure, the veggie.
Yeah, that's the one that had any amount of pressure on it at all.
Seems like anyone else could take that for a point, or one of you would for food more accurately. But anyway.
Yeah, Jack get a point from that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Randy has one 1 point action left, and
I
that's
do?
it.
What is it?
It's 3 sheep.
Oh, the sheep are still there. I thought somebody ate the sheep.
Nope, they were all threatening. Nobody cared. And then, and
You should
then,
let one of those sheep go, though.
and then
And
Nick
then-
gets to
then
drop
breed it.
Constable for 8 points? Question mark.
Ooh!
Good lord.
That'd be the hot ones.
Yeah, the problem is that that's 5 points for everyone other than.
Other than Ed, you can kick it.
Yeah, so totally worth it, right?
But I don't
I
think
don't
I've
have
ever
enough
broken
food.
60 before. Come on, do me a solid.
How do I make food?
You gotta cook some things, man.
I eat a boar. I mean, what button do I push?
Oh,
There we go.
it's
Yeah, I found
underneath
it.
the look at board button.
Yeah, I found it.
Why-
I'm going to play an occupation, the constable.
Oh my god. Hilarious. So I really was the only one who didn't know there was a
Can't tell
constable
if
in the
he's
game.
joking.
No, I
Ed didn't know
see
there was
it.
either.
I didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
I saw it.
John
it was in,
first
it was
picked
in my start
Sharky
pack.
and
I
Patsy
told
first.
you it looked like John was building
Oh.
towards that.
You did.
Well,
And I
yeah.
And then he said, then he deduced that you didn't have it.
I was
and
correct.
I said that
it was
doesn't
not
matter.
possible for John to have a constable. Logic was
I had
flawless.
I had Nick too. Just gonna put that out there. I had Nick.
The
I
last
was
two
beating
actions.
somebody. I think I had Nick, if not for that card. But yeah, it's gonna go pretty bad now. Okay.
Wow.
I'll just finish taking my 2-point actions and be quiet. All right. 38. And wait for it.
Man, I could have had 64 if Ed hadn't randomly played an Ock.
So,
No, an improvement.
An improvement.
right. So let's talk about how many bonus points ran into this game. What is that? 15, 18 plus 9. There was 27 bonus points in this game just from 2 cards. Or 3 cards.
That's nice. Yeah.
Well, there were 3 cards, right?
3. 27 from 3.
Village
And then
Elder, Constable.
the organic farmer added 2. And...
Yeah, but he had to take an action to play it, so.
Alright. Pottery gave 2. BMW gave 1.
The whole game would have gone differently if Nick hadn't blocked my outhouse in turn 6. I was like,
Wait,
here
what?
it comes. I got the shit house. Oh, right in front of
I played that card one time. I lost horribly, and I decided I'm never playing that card again.
I've still never played it now. I've only
Yeah.
got whatever 20 lifetime games under my belt, but nope, no shit houses yet.
For the
So I
I
gotta
record,
played like
man.
hundreds. It's too expensive for 2 points.
yeah.
Randy, really good job, because if you go back and listen to Nick's chat, we had no fucking clue what you were doing.
Nice.
For most of the early game, we were like, what the hell is Randy up to? This does not look like good plays, and there you are, 12 points ahead of us. So good
This
job.
guy sucks.
I mean, I felt like all my plays were individually reasonable given the situation, but I will admit it was like
He didn't take wood until round 6.
it was weird. You
that's-
guys placed a super high priority on wood. I mean, you can go back and watch the recording. I thought I was going to be able to get the chicken coop down on like turn 2, but like every resource square went. You guys were just like 2 wood, 2 clay, 2 wood, 2 clay. I couldn't get anything. So then when renovation flipped as the first thing in whatever age 2 for lack of a better term, and I'm like looking at my hand at this like stone hut extension going, really? Like I'd already convinced myself that I might build my first room out of clay, but then the 4 clay square disappeared as well. So I'm like, what about stone hut extension? Anyway, it was a fun audible.
Yeah.
I mean, it actually works pretty well because it saves you 3 resources, right? It's
Yeah.
a reed and 2 stone.
Yeah,
And you had all the
it
extra
only
stone
works-
from the
it
social
only really
climber.
worked because
So
of social climber, but like social climber
Yeah.
just turns everything on. I love that. I love social climber.
yeah, you do.
Was I supposed
I mean-
to take Social Climber? He was in my opener, right?
What did you take first, Nick?
I took Undergardener.
I would take social climber over Undergardener every time. I mean,
Fair.
Undergardener's
Undergardener's
good,
good though.
but I like
Social climber. So right, it's one of those things, and this is a Daniel term. It's about point cap. Social climber raises your point cap, but I don't think Undergardener does.
No, he doesn't raise your point cap very much.
Like, I really like the other one, the one that goes veg or grain.
Seasonal worker. Yeah.
Seasonal worker. Right. I put seasonal worker as a 1 pick, as I do with the social climber. But I have undergardener at like 2. Because I feel like he's too much in one direction.
Yeah, the flexibility is nice.
Yep. But my opener had Gardner also, and I was pretty
Eat,
sure he was
John,
going to come
eat.
back.
That's
Oh,
a good
sorry.
reason for first picking it.
And Gardner
Yeah.
did come back. You were correct.
Like, I'd say with Gardner, yeah, you make that play. I
Yeah.
mean, social climber, like 6 stone is a pretty ridiculous play,
Yeah.
right? But you do have to get you have to do a lot of work to get it.
Like, I might take Social Climber over Charcoal Burner. I guess I take Field Watchman over Social Climber, and that's about it.
You take head of the family over social climber.
You sure?
Yeah.
You should.
I'm not convinced of that.
Okay.
Well, remember,
I hope I'm to your left next time and you open both.
Well, I mean, you're happy either way in that hypothetical.
No.
Well, the thing about head of the family though is if it's in the game, it's better for everyone else in the game too, right? Because there's just less pressure on that square.
Well, I like head of the family for the bonus 6 points he gives you towards the end of the game. Like, I don't
Yeah.
really care about the
Okay.
early game unless it comes out in round 7. Then I
Sure.
care. Otherwise, I just want it for my free 2 end of game +3/+3 actions.
Yeah, it's like Field Warden, but on a really
Right.
good square.
Yeah.
Got it. That's reasonable. Maybe. I think I've just found it to be too many times where it didn't do that much for me in the race for the first baby, but maybe I'm not thinking enough about how it gives you the free family growth
Yeah,
room at the
I
end.
consider him a late game alk. I can't play him early. I can't ever figure out a time to play him early.
Right, exactly.
I only play it early if family growth is coming out 7.
Got it.
So
So I found the other thing is, remember that that head of the family isn't just use the family growth space; it's also build the room space, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So head of the family is also a good. I'm going to play him on round 5 and just build my house now because why not?
Sometimes, but you still have to invest in action in that, and like you have so few actions at the beginning of the game. It works out great sometimes, but I'd rather have.
Well, and you
Social
guys are
Climber.
forgetting the value of not being able to get stable blocked.
yeah, no, he's really great with Stockman.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, John knows what I'm talking about.
I actually had a game where someone tried to stable block me, and I was like, head of the family, and then I built my 4 stables.
The Stone Hut extension caught them all off guard, is what Violence put into
Yeah,
our
no,
chat.
the Stone Hut extension was that. Finding that line is what set up the whole game. Like, I was definitely struggling to figure out how to build a room and get in the growth queue. And what worked out is that, I grew 3rd and then 5th or something? Or 3rd and then 6th.
Yeah, you grew 3rd,
No.
which was the
You grew
key.
3rd. You were the last one to 4.
Okay, so 7th. Didn't I beat you there, didn't I?
8th. No, I got the first family growth with the room.
Oh, we got there.
Right,
the
it
same
was in
You
the
guys
same
got on
round.
the same round.
I
Same
tied
round.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. Cool game.
But yeah, like, and then, so I really think you taking the 3 stone that round was really important. Because it slowed all of them down, and it let you then build that room.
Oh, the thing that allowed me to then build the 4th room out of stone and still get the stone oven
See?
at the end. Yeah.
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 I was really surprised you didn't build that room a lot earlier because
Well-
there was one turn where Ed took start player and then you could have forced him to give you family growth or 2 cows.
right.
Right.
I
And I
decided
ended up
I
getting
wanted
both.
4 wood more than I wanted. Like, you're right. I could have built a room and it would have pressured him, but I really wanted 4 wood more than I wanted 2 cows. I didn't have any fences.
Yeah, no, we talked about that.
I definitely talked about pressuring him, but the thing was, I didn't really want a family growth there. I wanted 4 wood so that I could get my fences. Like, I got my 12 fences in 3 wood grabs. I don't know. I mean, the way that turned.
Yeah, you only grabbed wood 4 times, Randy.
I
Yeah, that's
only
pretty
ever
good.
took 4 wood
That's very
actions. Is
efficient.
that true? Yeah, that's true.
3, 4,
Oh.
4, 4. That's it.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so I could have applied pressure to Ed, but the thing was, applying the pressure wasn't going to get me a better square. He wasn't going to take 4 wood anyway, so I didn't feel like.
That's fair.
And like the thing that I took at the end was, I think it was veg grain, which meant I was setting myself up to sow with my second action of that next turn, which basically forced John to sow with his first action, which is the only reason I got all those sheep. So like I basically put pressure on John instead of Ed is what I decided to do.
All right, that's fair.
Which is fair.
Yeah, I put pressure on John instead of Ed. It meant that I got the 4 wood I wanted. Ed wasn't pressured, but we had this little fight that somehow randomly worked out for me to already build 12 fences and get 3 sheep. God, this game's so good. It's really good when you win. It's the kind
God,
of
I
game
love
that's good
winning.
even when
It's
you
so much
lose.
fun.
I'm gonna take your word for that part, Randy. That's right. You know what's funny? To just give you an idea of the illustration and the difference of skill level various places. I went to Gen Con a few years ago, and they had an Agricola tournament, and I played 3 rounds and demolished. I won all 3 of my rounds, including the final of this 50-person tournament by 10 or more. Like, rolled the field, spending no time thinking about anything.
50 people? Wow.
It might have been, I don't know. I just remember that it was like $16.50 to enter. There were 8 tables of 5. It was exactly 40 people to start. And my prize for winning, again, 40 people is $16.50 to enter, was a ribbon and a $10 gift certificate. Damn, I still have the ribbon. There's a ribbon somewhere in this.
I remember the picture. You posted it on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm like, yep, $16.50, 40-man tournament, first place, ribbon.
Was it like a really big ribbon though, or was it really tiny?
It was a tiny.
No, I didn't expect a cash bond for $1,000. It was more amusing. Like, I wasn't upset. It was just like, what? How do you charge $16.50? Like, charge $5.
Sounds like they charged a good
number. You deserve like a pewter trophy of you eating a sheep.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, just to give you an idea of the disparate play value. And again, like I haven't played you guys much. My rating on here before we started a couple days ago was 1680 before the first 4 games between each other because I was, 7-2 lifetime against the plebes or whatever.
No, there's good people on this site though.
Yeah.
Apparently.
All right, guys, that was awesome. Nick's off to go raid. We'll see you guys again in a week.
All right.
And again, that was fun. Like Eric just showing up in the chat and me pulling him in. So that was good times. It makes me think that a roving band of commenters isn't terrible. And perhaps we should do something where we actually, care about the scores. I'm not sure if we're there yet.
I'm calculating average standings. If you scroll down, there's now a standings section of my Twitch.
You need an asterisk by your name.
Come on.
Yeah. As do I. Let's have a couple more preseason games.
Right. He got helped by the best player here. Doesn't mean it doesn't count as his win.
And the second best player here, I believe.
Yes. Yes.
No problem. I did ignore him at crucial places, though. I do not think Shadow's Line would have scored 62.
You are so wrong.
Whoa.
You would have won
games,
and been in
he
the
just
50s,
starts talking trash.
It's true. All right, Randy. I am joining Ed's stream next time.
Ooh. Oh, shit. It's going down.
It's going to be interesting. I'll put it that way.
It's not crazy, actually.
Shadow and I are either going to win horribly or he's going to quit the game forever after 45 minutes of, what is going on here?
All right, we'll figure it out.
All right.
Great games, guys.
Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks. Fun stream.